Okay, we are streaming today. We're talking about scams on the call-in show today. Scams, scams, scams. We got this suggestion from someone on the Patreon Discord server. Scams. Scams, scams. Have you been scammed before? Is there a general scam? I mean, it could be a specific scam or a general scam, like, I don't know, like, could be something worldwide, a global scam. Like, I don't freaking know. I'm not even gonna say one scam. I couldn't think of any scams I was thinking today. I was like, scams, that's a good topic, but I couldn't think of one. So see if you can do better than that. See if you can think of one good scam. Maybe you're a scammer. Maybe you want to scam me. Maybe we can scam together. Maybe we could scheme up a scam for someone. We could scam you guys if we want. I don't know, whatever. I'm open to anything today, as long as we can somehow at the end of it say, yeah, that's a scam. What is a scam? It's like a con. It's a lie. Saying that you're gonna get something that you don't, or you get something different than what you wanted. That's very broad, so it could be anything really. Anything could be a scam. I'm opening this up so you can say, just say at one point in the call that it's a scam, and we'll consider it a scam. I'm not going to do an intro today because I've got nothing to say, so we're going to get right into the calls. I'm going to put the number on the screen right now. There it is. You can call in, talk to me about scams. 518-288-7938. A scam that you've been a part of, or that you heard about, or if you just want to say like something general, like McDonald's is a scam, or Russia is a scam, or America is a scam. You better not fucking no. You can say anything is a scam. As long as you have a little bit more to say after that. Okay, we're getting right into it.
Call from
Donovan.
Donovan, how's it going?
Oh, hey.
Yo, we're talking scams today. Scams.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got the classic, you call an old person, you tell them that their Amazon order's gone awry, and you gotta connect to their computer so they can say your bank account's got stolen, and then you go buy gift cards for them.
Yeah. That's a good scam. Is that something you're running right now?
I wish. No, I get all those calls because I have an old phone number. And this one guy, he said I won $2 million, and I kept him on the line for 5 days, saying, "Oh, I'll give you half the winnings if you kill my ex-wife." And he kept going, "Oh, I have you. You're recorded. I'm gonna send you to the FBI if you don't give me the money."
Oh, he tried to scam your scam off of his scam.
I wanted him to kill my ex-wife. I don't have an ex-wife, but he whatever. And he got upset because I kept telling him I liked him. And he said, "What are you, gay?" And I don't know.
So is this you like to do this? Does this happen? Like you get scam calls and
Yeah. I get scam calls and then you hang out with them for 5-10 minutes, waste their time.
That's cool. All right, great.
Then, yeah, thanks.
Dude, yeah, have a good one.
You too, man.
Dude, 1 minute, 30-second call. That's what this show is going to be all about. Keeping your call quick. Who's next? Who wants to get cut off in the middle of their scam story? No, man, you can if you got more scams to talk about, let's talk about them. I'm here to talk about any scam. Sometimes you got to scam the scammers. I watch those videos sometimes, people scamming scammers. It's fun. It's good.
call from
Tony, we're talking scams today.
Hey, good to hear from you again.
You too, buddy.
I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing great. I'm talking about. I've decided this is the new call-in show format. I'm not going to ask people how they're doing anymore. I'm going to get right into the topic.
Okay, so right into the topic, scams. A lot of people think crypto is a scam. I'm pretty big into crypto, as you might know. It's made my life infinitely better. It's like a cool thing because you don't need like a degree or a bunch of betting or bullshit to get into it. Anyone can get into crypto. But
Has it made you...
unfortunately, the technology does make it easier for scams to operate because of the nature of it.
Yeah, like scam currencies, their own scam coins.
Yeah, like you can make money off a scam, but you have to be in on the scam, and that's lame. Then you're a scammer.
Yeah.
And also a lot of those coins, they're just like, they all say like, oh, it's going to be the definitive coin, but a lot of them are bullshit. It's just a pump and dump. What we lovingly refer to as a pump and dump, which is like inflating the value.
How do you figure out beforehand what's a pump and dump and what's legit?
So what's legit is like whatever actually has good technology, and that's kind of one of the telltale signs of a scam in any field is like, oh, you're gonna get rich. Like if they're all about the money, then it's probably a scam. If they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna make so much money, we're gonna be the next big thing, blah blah blah. Usually a good sign is they're actually excited about the technology they're gonna do. Like you heard about the FTX. Thing, right?
I mean, only vaguely.
Like, so it got started overnight. Like the same night, a bunch of like billions of dollars came out of the Biden administration. It's a huge scandal that gets downplayed all the time. Also, my friend in Venezuela was saying, "Who the fuck trusts a man named Bankman with their finances?" That's a bad move. Yeah, don't trust a man named Bankman. When like the whole ethos of crypto is to be like, you know, against the big banks that got bailed out during the housing crisis and are the reason why we're all fucking miserable today. Like, don't trust those people. That's why I'm into cryptos, because I trust the crypto pumps more than like the fucking dementia brains that are like, let's just print more money. We get more taxes.
So would you recommend for people who like don't do crypto, like, would you say not to go into it unless you're like willing to actually learn about it? Like, or
yeah. Otherwise you're gambling, which is also fine. I think if you're like just buying shitty meme coins, like that's still better than like going to a casino. Because like even a shitty meme coin that doesn't really do anything, like the big ones are like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Like those are fucking stupid. But people still made a bunch of money off of them just because they were popular. So, like, you can make money off of something stupid. I got a pretty good tip, and I got a lot of this coin for, like, $2 or $5 at 2 points, and it's now worth, like, $18. And I'm waiting for it to, like, go up to, like, 100.
Where are you getting your tips? Do you want to share that with this audience?
So, yeah, I can share, but it's not really going to help anyone. I get my tips from my mentor, which is the guy who made the like animation software that I use. He's like a fucking genius,
nice.
Independent filmmaker, got like Sundance Film Festival, blah blah blah. He's a cool guy.
He's giving you crypto advice, and it works.
Yeah.
Nice.
But also, like when you invest anything, there's always a risk. Like nothing that gives a reward is going to have a risk. So his advice has been good. But, like, if it's not good, I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck you. Because you can't blame people when you follow their advice. They can't live your life for you. So, like, if someone gives you advice and you fuck up, you can't be like, it was your fault. Like, you still have to live your own life.
Well, it only enters the scam territory when they're giving you advice that's going to, like, benefit them personally. And then be like, oh, didn't realize. Yeah, then they're like manipulating you and stuff. But I think also a lot of, unfortunately, like I can't even be mad at people for thinking crypto's a scam because it makes scamming easier because of the nature of it. Like it's all designed to be like anonymous. So like the whole point of the blockchain and like the basis of it is that you can have actually private transactions. Like if I post my Ethereum address or Bitcoin address on the internet, people can like send money to it, but they can't like fucking find out everything about me
find out like where I live, blah 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 blah. So it's like that's the real appeal and basis of it, is that it's actually anonymous transactions.
Mm.
What's
that country?
Like,
what's
if you
that?
have a buddy in another country that doesn't have like Chase Bank or whatever, because like the bank, because they're just getting sanctioned to death by our fucking government, a weaponized USD. You can like send them Ethereum, and they'll probably be able to access more markets than us, because the U.S. gets banned. If you live in the U.S., they just automatically ban Americans on a lot of exchanges because our laws are so gay and stupid that like it's just easier to ban us than to like risk getting sued. Dude, we love suing everyone and everything.
What's that country that it's got that bearded, long-haired guy who says that crypto Bitcoin is a new currency that's like a national currency? Bolivia? Is it Bolivia? Is that a country? Is that a scam?
It might be Bolivia, it might be El Salvador, but it's a bunch of countries besides us. Like our country's like actively working to like ruin crypto and destroy it, like
because of
FTX
USD
and shit like that. Yeah, because like the USD is backed by nothing, dude. It used to be backed by gold, but then they made owning gold illegal.
Really?
I'm gonna get fucking murdered for talking about this. Yeah, like, and there was a period in the 40s for like decades where like if you own gold, it was illegal, so they did a gold buyback.
Oh yeah. I'm always getting flyers for people who want to buy my gold.
Yeah, so maybe that's a good investment too. I don't know, but like I'm all into the crypto stuff. It's just because it made my life better, and it's also like a good way to pay some of my buddies for like work they do because they don't have fucking Chase Bank and they get sanctions and shit.
Right. All right, well, hey Cody, thank you for calling in, talking to us about
I have more
crypto.
to say about crypto.
All right,
more people in the chat.
Dude, do you have a concise point, a final point? We're doing. All right, dude. I'm sorry. Thank you for calling in, though.
All right, see you. Bye.
All right, bye. Dude, apologies to all the callers who I'm going to cut off today, but we're going to try to get as many as we can. Hello?
Hello.
Yo, it was Kenny?
Yeah.
We're talking scams today, Kenny.
Yeah, I think I just wanted to call in and say stuff about Best Buy.
Okay.
Best Buy does a scam. Now, I'm just going to say at one point, I worked for Best Buy. I may or may not still be working for them. But credit cards, we have the Best Buy card that pretty much all the employees are pretty much forced to pretty much have people sign up for. It's like a really big thing. Mm-hmm. Or it doesn't really matter what your job is at Best Buy. You just have to really push these credit cards. Mm. But the thing is that a lot of my coworkers, pretty much just a lot of people who work at Best Buy, they just straight up admit oh yeah, this is just straight up scamming people because the cards are with Citibank. So every single time one of their applications goes through, they have to punch in their social security number and everything, but then Best Buy gets paid $1,200.
Oh, nice.
And then but then no one's actually seeing any of that money. It just goes straight to corporate and stuff.
No, yeah, I mean,
but
nice
then,
for Best
the
Buy.
The credit card rates are really, really fucking high, 36%. I think they're the legal max limit.
Dude, I've been noticing that all these retail corporations offer credit cards now. Target's got the Target Red card, and the Walmart's got a credit card. I bet McDonald's will have a credit card soon.
Yeah, probably.
I remember I was working at Target, and then you could only get your employee discount if you had a Target Red card, I think.
Damn.
I don't actually know if that's maybe I'm misremembering that, but sorry, go on.
Yeah, but then it's management's told to when they're training new employees to teach them to say, if a customer does ask if it does a hard credit pull, which really does affect their credit, or a light credit pull or whatever, they have to pretty much just say, oh, it's just a light credit pull, even though it's it's like a hard inquiry. That,
Oh,
like,
they're
does like if you don't get accepted, you get like really, really bad penalties on your credit score.
they're trained to lie.
Not trained to lie, just not like flat out tell people that, oh yeah, this is going to affect your credit score if you don't get accepted.
Just leave that detail out.
And I think the only like 40% of people when they sign up actually get accepted.
Wow, this is for the Best Buy card.
Yeah. And
Do you
I
have
think
one?
it's the same thing with the Costco card too, because they're with the same bank.
Do you have one?
No, I got denied twice for it because I did try to get it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude. Ouch. All right, well, hey man, thank you for calling in.
You're welcome. By the way, one more scam.
Yes.
When a certain talk show host says that they're going to do the last talk show ever or call-in show ever, and then like 2 months later they just start up again.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, it's a little bit odd.
It's odd, but I mean, is it a scam? I mean, to the benefit of whom is this person getting? You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever that is, maybe they just didn't know.
Oh yeah, maybe they just didn't know. But anyways,
All right, yeah.
I am glad they're back.
All right, thank you for calling in, dude. Good to hear from you.
Okay.
Oh, he hung up.
Call from
Gene. Yeah.
Talking scams
wow,
today.
I got on.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I used to go to school. I'm not gonna say what city, but like it's a administrative capital in the United States, but it's a very small city, but like relative to, you know what I mean? Like so there's a lot of government employees there, and I knew a guy there.
It's a state
while
capital?
I was in school. It's a state capital, yeah. It's an administrative state capital. It's like way small. There's like way more big cities in that state.
Okay.
You know? So it's like there's not a lot of. It's basically just there's a Capitol building there, whatever else. Anyway, there's also a school there. I went there, and I knew a guy, a good fellow student while I was there. This like Venezuelan music student who lived in Panama for a while and then came there for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And he would run these like weird ass scams constantly. I guess. Like some of them were scams, some of them were just straight up like theft and stuff. I don't know. Like he did like a thing where he would just hang out in airports, and then because it was like mostly politicians, it was a tiny airport, most politicians would go into it. He would just like pretend to be. They would like dress up in a suit and everything, pretend to like be there, like that he was, he fit in there. And then he would just like grab a random thing of luggage and then just sell all of the clothing and stuff to like thrift stores around the area. And this is the crazy thing too was like there's a ton of thrift stores in that city around a certain area of the city, like near the school. And he would do a lot of this scamming there. Like there was this weird thing where there's a thrift store right next to like a cat's bookshop. Like it's like in Japan they have those bookstores that have like cats in them or whatever, and they're like, oh, you can pet the cat and that sort of thing while you're reading or whatever, or cafes or whatever the fuck.
No, I've never heard of that, but yeah, sounds cool.
But yeah, they had one in like at this place. They had like a cat bookstore where it's like you buy. I guess they're like stray cats just hung out in the bookstore. You could buy whatever it is. But the point is that the guy he owned like a really old, disgusting cat. I think he abused it. I don't really know. I didn't ask questions, but like he had this cat named Ernesto. He was Venezuelan, so it's Spanish name. He was a cat named Ernesto that was like, it would vomit constantly because it was so old. It was like 16 years old. It was like disheveled, like his hair was gross and all that. It had like, I don't know, scabies or something. Mm-hmm. And he would bring the cat in there, or he would go with a buddy. He would bring a cat in there. And so the plan was like, he would bring his cat in there because they allowed it, I guess, like to, for the cat to hang out and socialize with the other cats. And then the cat would, like, he would go out there and then like almost immediately would throw up in the store, and then the employees would be panicking. This is run by like students and things too. They were stupid. So then, while they're like distracted by this commotion of the Ernesto throwing up on the books and things, he would just go and like collect all of the most expensive items in the store and then just run the fuck out of there. And then,
whoa! So
Yeah,
he
it
would
was
use
crazy.
he used the cat as a diversion.
He used the cat as a diversion, and then the crazy thing was that there's a thrift store. The thrift store that he sold like the stolen clothing from was right next to him as well. You know.
Oh wow.
So he would go there and he would try and pull. You know, I think he tried to pull it a few times with the cat thing, but it didn't really work because they didn't allow cats in the thrift store in the first place. So whatever. But
Dude, okay. These these are more just this is just theft. Like
this is just theft.
it's blatant
I
theft.
guess there's not much of a deception element. I mean, I guess
The cat
he
thing
also
is cool.
lied to have sex, but what?
The cat thing is cool. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
that's
that is. Yeah.
that's such a it's a great plan because it seems so innocent and innocuous. He's like, oh, my cat wants to hang out with your cats, but he's in on the scheme. He's in on the scam.
Yeah, well, it was a two-man plan. Yeah, that was I think that was the kind of the ingeniousness of it. It was like he was totally in the clear because no one was even paying attention to him. He was just coming in there like sort of with a jacket on, like sort of pretending to be browsing the books and things, and then his buddy would bring his cat in there.
Did he have to do anything to prompt the cat to puke, or did it was guaranteed that it was going to happen?
I think he would because he said he would always make jokes that the cat was drunk. He'd be like, oh man, he's like he would wake up in his own vomit. I was at his apartment all the time, and he was like he was constantly sleeping in his own vomit. He'd make jokes like, oh, Ernest has been drinking again, and and I think he actually did give it alcohol, to calm it down or whatever, because I think it was so old. I don't know. It was kind of fucked.
It's turning into a sad animal abuse story. Okay, do you know what happened to this guy? Did you ever hang out with him later, or was this just purely
No,
you were hanging out with him?
I lost contact with him a little bit before I left university because the guy got into some really weird drug stuff. We did a bunch of acid for a while. That's what we spent the money on, I imagine. It was weird too because he had money, but he just decided to do a lot of that. And and a lot of it was he got really into fetish pornography. I don't know. That was sort of an odd turn. Yeah.
All right, so he went down some dark roads.
We went to dark roads. I don't know exactly what happened to him. I think he may have gone back to Panama or something. I don't really know. He proposed to me a few times, because we not marriage, but we went to we had a literature class together, and he proposed to me a few times to start a band because he liked some of the stuff I was writing in that class. And he was like, you write the songs, I'll be the front man, and we could be a Bob Dylan kind of thing. He was really just Bob Dylan. I don't know why.
Would you be worried about this guy knowing that he is a thief who regularly steals from people that maybe he's going to steal from you or something?
I didn't pursue that line of work. Yeah.
I got a great idea. You write all these songs, and then I'll pretend that I wrote them, and I'll take all the money.
Yeah, that's sort of what it felt like. I feel like he was trying to trying to get on to steal my IPs. I guess I didn't have any IPs, but. But he was trying to get the advanced order of those things. So
maybe the cat could have been in on it too. It could have been part of the act. But hey, thank you for the call.
Definitely been, yeah. Sure,
good to hear from you.
No problem. Yeah.
All right, have a good one, dude. Bing bang.
Call from.
Hello. Yo, hello.
Hey.
Who's this?
Joel.
Joel. We're talking scams today.
Yeah, scams. I think a chiropractor is a scam.
The whole kit and caboodle of chiropractic.
Yeah. So I constantly hear people at work saying they're going to chiropractor. It fixes their sinuses. It does everything.
Oh, do they mush your face? Whenever I see videos of chiropractors,
just cracking your back and your neck.
It's scary when I see videos of people doing chiropractic. They're really just shake you around until your skeleton pops.
Yeah, I don't trust it,
Do you think so? There's no legitimacy to it. It's just all charlatans, top down.
So yeah, the guy I work with, he says first time he went to the chiropractor starts listing off all of these possible symptoms that he has, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have that," but it's just it's like a psychic,
Yeah,
they just look at someone like, "Oh, you had a relative that died recently," or it's, he's looking at him male age between X and Y has these symptoms, and just list them off.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get bought into it.
So do you think is that typical? Like they try to make like a personal emotional connection before they start shaking your spine?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have.
All right. Have you ever so you know people who've gone to chiropractors?
Yeah, I've never gone.
They swear by it though, the people who go, or did you ever know anybody who went and was like that was bullshit?
No, everyone seems to swear by it.
It's kind of like maybe they've got their
the
mind made
thing
up.
Is they gotta go all the time. They're like forced to go every month. Like once you start going, you're like locked in.
Because you probably get some sort of immediate relief, but it's not like actually fixing anything. It's just
right, exactly.
All right, well, hey man, thank you for calling in.
Yep.
All right, have a good one. Bye.
Call from.
Hello.
Oh, hey, am I on?
Yeah, who's this?
Whoa, that's so trippy. Is Stefan calling?
Stefan, you are on the show. We're talking about scams today.
Wow, that's amazing. Scams, wow. Okay, I got a scam for you.
Okay.
I wanted a trip with family. I was fortunate enough to head out to Egypt with the crew, with the boys, and the foreign scams. Oh my gosh, that's what they're about over there, you know?
Like people on the street?
Yeah, dude, hawkers. Like the biggest. There's a few varieties, because like the first thing you got to know is like if you don't have like a friend in Egypt or just like a place that you already like, if you don't like know a local, the thing you're going to be doing over there is going on a tour, like to see all the temples, what have you, and every single person. There's like a whole economy of people that like follow the tourists going on this and just follow them around and be like, $1, my buddy, my friend, like, come follow me. Like the saffron scam is the biggest. It's like, say you want to take like 2 seconds to just go and try and find a restaurant just to eat, like get the authentic on the street experience. And somebody will notice that like, you're not, you know what I mean? You're wearing like khaki shorts and
you're
like
not
a bucket
Egyptian.
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, what have you. And then, so the first thing they're going to be is like, oh, can I help you? You know what I mean? Act friendly. And then you'll be like, yeah, we're looking for some good food, yada, yada. And you're like, oh, food, right? You want something nice and spicy? Blah, blah, blah. And then somehow they'll loop you into, okay, like I know just the perfect place. And you'll follow them, you'll walk for 10 minutes, and then you'll show up at their spice shop. And they'll be like, I just want to show you this, and then like we can look around for 2 seconds, and if you don't like anything, we can run, and then like I'll show you where you really want to go. But this is my father's spice shop. He's ran it for 10 years, and it's like a chain spice shop. And what they really, really want you to get is the saffron. That is not, it's like dyed bullshit. They're like, this is how you know it's real saffron. If you soak it in water and all the color dies out and it bleeds red, that's how you know it's real. If you do that with any other saffron, it's fake saffron. Like, they're like, so this is $60, like 60 American dollars, how do you feel? And like, keep in mind that like the conversion rate for fucking like Egyptian euro to American dollar, like $1 for them is like $30 in Egyptian euro. So like 60 American dollars. I'm not going to do the math, but it's like it's like a big payday for them. Like they love doing the spice scam. And then a personal thing that happened to me, dude, was like, we were on like a cruise ship on the Nile, right? Or it was like a little boat hotel type deal. And every once in a while we'd moor at like a different city to hop off and like check out the city. And my brothers had left to go check out the bazaar without me because they're on their own shit. And I'm like, I'm going to go try and track them down. And I got a bit lost, not going to lie. So I just decided to take in the scene. And then one guy saw me like, just wandering around on my own, just being a fucking like asshole in Egypt, totally like unaccompanied. And he was like, checkmate. Like, this is the mark. I'm going to title up this guy. And what their whole deal is like, instead of going along with the hawker scheme of like, how can I take your money, my friend? Like $1, just like running, like shouting in your face. What they do is they try, and I only learned this well, I had a bit of a misadventure myself, and I learned my lesson. But what they do is they try to like sidle up to you and like try to be your friend, and then like take you to their second location, wine you and dine you. I got bought a falafel. This guy bought me a falafel.
Oh,
he showed me around. He showed me a mosque. Yeah, dude, it's like a long con.
Mm-hmm.
And what they'll do is they'll finally take you. He took me to his friend Abdullah's bike shop.
Oh.
And I got served Egyptian tea. Yeah, and I talked to Abdullah, and then I drew Abdullah's face on his bike wall. I'm like, I was like, I literally have no money, so like, what can I give you? I didn't want to be in debt to these, like, you know what I mean? I just
he bought you a falafel, he gave you tea.
Wall.
Yeah, so you drew him a mural.
Yeah, I was like, what can I? Yeah, I didn't want to like. I was like, do I give him my hat? Like, I was like, I don't want. Anyway, so like, but what the whole deal is, so we were like sitting and we're like fucking around, and I'm like, so we've been sitting here for like 10 minutes. Eventually, I need to go back to the boat. Like, what are we waiting for? Because you told me you were gonna take me to this place because you were like walking around anyway, and you needed to visit your friends. Like, what are we waiting for? And he like turns to me and he's like, hash, you know, hash. And I was like, what? Like weed? And he's like, yeah. I'm waiting here. I'm gonna buy some. We're all gonna smoke together. And I was like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. And he's like, well, I'll just have some. You know what I mean? But you should stay. And then I was like, no, I don't think I want to get involved in a drug deal in Egypt. Sorry. I think I don't want to wait for 2 more guys to show up and get shoved into a fucking van and, you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm good, thanks. But
I'm all out of murals I can give today.
Yeah, I'm all out of, you know, I'm full of falafel and tea, and I just had a nice time. And I thank you for your time, but yeah, I'm going to head out. And I got out of there before, like, more people showed up than I could justifiably fight off and scramble for my life. But what I learned later talking to my tour guide is there's this whole big, that's like the other side of the industry, is these guys that, like, befriend you over the course of the day. And then when evening rolls around, they try and get you, like, high or fucked up or, like, drunk. He's like, what do you want, like, cocaine? Like, you want, you know, this? And he, like, sniffed off his, like, thumb. And I was like, what? And he's like, you take 2 hits of these, 1, 2, have ziggy for a very long time. Like, he was doing a lot, like, you know, he was just being a pitch man because he wanted to get me fucked up to buy, like, I don't know, like, carpets. I don't, whatever he wanted to, like, shill for me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then,
once you're like, this guy's my best friend in Egypt and I'm super high,
yeah,
I'll do whatever he wants.
Bro, I can trust Ali. He's looking out for me, dude. He knows all the best spots. He's like he's telling me about like Nubian hookers and shit. It was wild, dude.
So you ruined his scam though by leaving. I mean, he got a mural out of it. His friend got a mural.
Dude, yeah, Abdullah was cool. He didn't speak a lick of English, and he was just like chilling. He was kind of along for the ride, but yeah, there's pluses and minuses because like at the end of the day, this is a fun story to have. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But also, it just kind of like invalidated. Like I wish we could have we spoke very rarely with anybody that was like authentically just trying to be like friendly. It seemed a lot like there was a lot, like the scam game was strong in the areas where we were checking out. Cause like, I don't know if it's like they just like see us and they're like, oh, perfect. Like there's the mark. It got to the point where like I got really, I can't lie. Like I wasn't going to hit anyone in Egypt, but there was times where like my dad, he would talk to every hawker. He would just be like, no, he's our friend. Why else? You know what I mean? Like, and I would just like stand there silently and they'd be like, why are you angry, my friend? Like, this guy, why is he angry? You'd turn to my family. Yeah, it was just a lot of
I'm sure it's like it's a full-time job. If you're in a tourist heavy area, it's like, there's got to be so many people who are like, what is the best way to take advantage of all these tourists?
There's kids that don't go to school because their parents want them out hawking and like selling like beaded bags for like one American dollar. It's insane. Yeah.
All right, well, dude, thank you for calling in. Appreciate your story.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to share the experience, man. I appreciate you're out here doing the shows still. I really love tuning in every time I get the chance. So thank you very much.
Great, yeah. All right, have a good one, dude. Bye.
Yep. All right, you too. Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here. All the music from this stream is from Foewi, some person from Brazil I found on SoundCloud today. And they did all the music on the stream today. The link to their SoundCloud is in the description of this video. So if you like this music, that's where you can find it. And this is also like their alternate account. They have a main account with more stuff on it, which is linked in this account, so you'll be able to find that too. And we'll be back in 3 minutes. Okay, we're back. We're doing the call-in show. We're talking about scams today. Scams that you've been a part of, or scams that you've heard of, or if you want to say something is a scam, like YouTube, or someone said the USD is a scam, whatever you want to say is a scam. We're here to talk about what you think is a scam. And we're going to get right back into it.
Call from
Jim.
Jim, hello.
Hey, what's going on there, brother? Is this the marketplace hour?
Yes, more or less. We're talking about scams today.
Man, I keep getting scammed left and right on marketplace.
Oh no, Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, you ever get on there?
No, I haven't had a Facebook in a long time. I've never touched the marketplace.
Well, that's good on you, man, because they pull the wool over my eyes left and right. I see something on there dirt cheap, and I think, well, that looks reasonable. I think I'll give them an offer, and then it just turns out to be another scam.
In what way? Tell us a story, a marketplace story.
Well, marketplace is kind of just a big old free-for-all. Anybody can post anything on there, and usually it's a pretty good deal. That's where you get all your good money makers. You get something dirt cheap, resale value for stuff you normally have to pay a lot more for. I kind of been buying used parts of vehicles on there and reselling them for a while, but every once in a while you run into somebody who's got like a fake account, or I've been seeing some weird scams lately. It'll be people selling vehicles for a price you think it don't make any sense. You get like a $2,000 vehicle, you'll be selling it for like $400, and you think, well, there's no way, man. Must be some old lady or something, don't know what she's doing. And then I think they're just fishing for your info or something. I don't know. It's kind of above my head. Do you know anything about that?
No, I mean, like, what info? What are they asking for over Marketplace?
Well, they'll be like, well, this is my daughter's car. It's not really mine. I don't know if you could just send her your email, your last 4 of your social security number, your date of birth, and all that good stuff. We'll see about getting a hold of you.
That's an easy one to turn down though, right? When they ask for the social. When you said daughter, I thought you were saying like it was a scam to like they were trying to find arrange a marriage over Facebook Marketplace.
I haven't seen that before, but I guess it's possible.
Have you ever fallen victim to a scam?
Oh, all the time, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'm like autistic to scams or what. I just see a good deal and I think, man, I'm gonna get my hands in that, get something a little cheaper than I would normally.
What's happened? What's something someone's gotten from you that you realized after shouldn't have been got?
Well, I kind of lent a fella of mine I haven't talked to in a while some money because he said, well, I don't think I got a lot of money. The bank needs some more money from me. I'm kind of low right now. If you could just send me a couple $100, brother, just a couple $100. They need a payment today. It's a late payment. If I make it, they'll give me my car back. And he's like, I need it, but you can't meet me because I'm not in town. So I said, okay, well, that's a little fishy, but I used to know this guy a few years ago. He's pretty good. I'll give you some money. How can I get it to you? He said, well, I mean, you can give it to me in a MoneyGram. Have you done a MoneyGram before? And I said, no, I've never done that. Well, you just go into like a Walmart or something and you give them your money and they'll send it to me. It's only like a $10 fee or something. And I did that, and that fella just bought a bunch of crack, and I never saw him again.
What makes you think he bought a bunch of crack?
Oh, because he said, thanks for the money so I can buy some crack, and then he blocked me.
Oh, man, that's rough. That was a personal scam. That was a guy you knew.
Yeah, I'm still hurt, but I think about that in the shower once a week. Like, damn it, I should have saw that coming. And he should have just let me know. I want to smoke some crack with him.
Yeah, you're a giving guy. You would have given that up.
I think that's my problem, man. I don't know. I'd like to try to have a kind heart and help a fellow when he's down, but there's a quote by, I think, John Roskins, an English poet in 1801, where he says, there's nothing a man can't make a little cheaper and sell a little less, and anyone who considers cost is this man's prey. And I think that applies, marketplace, hell, even the government, there's all kinds of, well, here's a good deal. People trying to be sneaky, whether it's business, politics, and we all fall for it. I guess me a little more than others, but what can you say?
It's heartbreaking to hear that, it sounds like you're basically constantly falling victim to scams.
I think, we're all kind of susceptible to it because, hell, has anybody brought up Social Security?
That's a good point.
That's a big old fucking scam too. Damn, how much money we pay into that and get so little return back. It'd be like if we had an opportunity to invest our money, we're smart enough to do that in any kind of thrift savings account, make more money than we do in Social Security, right?
Dude, and that's a scam that you don't even. It's not an opt-in, opt-out. That's just if you have a normal person job, you get scammed right into it. You get plugged right into the scam machine.
Oh, the scam machine's plugging right into me. I'll tell you that.
Boy. Well, thanks for calling in.
Oh, you too, brother. God bless.
All right, have a good one. Dude, we're all getting scammed. We're all getting scammed every single day. Every single day by every single person. Right? Taxes, scam. Stock market, super scam. Social Security, come on. Do I even have to say it?
Call from
Seth.
Hello?
Oh, shit. What's up, dude?
Yo, dude, who's this?
My name is Seth, man.
All right, Seth, you're on the call-in show. We're talking about scam today. Scams. All scams. All manner of scams. What Seth, your voice just became very small and tinny. What happened?
Hello?
Okay, you're back. You're back.
Awesome, wonderful, dude. I just want to say it's a pleasure to speak to you. I didn't expect to be able to speak to you today.
It's a pleasure to speak to you as well.
Yeah, dude. Anyway, so today I woke up and I got COVID, so I haven't been busy and feeling pretty shitty today, but I'll just get along with the story, dude. So back in 2021, when COVID was starting to be a thing, I visited my mom in California for it was only supposed to be a few weeks, but I ended up being there for 2 months. And
that sounds like a scam right there.
I ended up not feeling too good mentally that trip, and literally the day before I was supposed to fly out, I checked into a little bit, into a institution or whatever the fuck to get myself checked in. Get some medications and stuff. And I'm scared, I'm alone, and I'm sitting down, and I'm in this waiting room, and I get a call on my phone. And I'm from Kansas City, and these guys are calling me, and they're like, hey, we're calling, I don't even know what the prison's called, but he's like, yo, we're calling from the federal government on behalf of Seth. He's in real trouble, and I was so scared, and so yeah, I was so scared and confused, and they started asking me my information, and my dumb ass was giving it to them. Giving it to them. I gave them my SSN. I fucked up real bad, and
did you explain? Did you ever say to them that Seth is you? Because I could see that would be scary. It's oh shit, they're talking about me right now. I better give these guys what they want and try to be yeah, this is Seth's friend, but you should get Seth out of trouble wherever he is.
Yeah. I let them know it was me, and I was confused, and they didn't end up giving me any information. But yeah, I gave them my social security number, and I mid-call, maybe 15 minutes through, I realized that, this is most likely a scam, and I hung up right away, and I've never heard anything about it since then. I haven't heard any info in regards to having my identity stolen, but it was definitely the hardest I fell for a scam, for sure, man. Yeah.
This is while you were in the hospital, or is just around the same general time?
Yes, it was the same day in the hospital, and scared the fuck out of me, dude. So I'm glad that you allowed me to tell the quick story. I thank you, dude.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling in. Good to hear from you, Seth.
Hey, thank you, man. I'll be listening. Bye.
All right, bye. That's scary, If you were a, not to be insensitive, but if you were a super crazy person and you went to the crazy person hospital, and then the same day people are calling you up and being like, hey, we heard about Seth, he's going through a really hard time, I feel like that would really activate the crazy big time. People calling you up.
Call from
Nobey.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, we are on the scam calling show today. We're talking scams.
Yeah, I was listening to this scam show. Quite interesting. Now, can we relay a story if we were the one providing the scam? Is that allowed?
Absolutely. It's more than allowed. It's encouraged.
And this is kind of a classic move. I'm sure you've seen this or heard about it. Do you know the exploding head scam?
No, not at all.
Okay, this is a classic. Me and my friends used to be we were some real scamps. We were kind of bad boys,
Mm-hmm.
That was my whole mystique in high school, and everyone loved it. So, lots of leather. We wore lots of leather,
I can see. You're the bad boys of scamming.
Yeah, well, it stuck to my skin. I smelled real bad. Either way, nice. That's beside the point. It's hot. I live in Texas. It's really hot. So in the area where I live, it's a very small town. There's a lot of derelict barns with nothing inside of them except some barn owls and some cats and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
And so if you're looking for ways to get money out of old and the mentally frail, that's prime real estate, right?
Mm.
And so what we would do was we would go around town. We would find people who look confused or dementia addled or something, anything vulnerable, basically. And I was not the ringleader of this. I was a willing participant, but not my idea, right?
Okay.
So what we would do is, you ever seen the movie Scanners?
Yes.
Okay, so the part where the guy's head explodes.
Yeah.
What we did was we tracked down the tailor. He was based somewhere in like Attica, New York. The tailor who did the suits for that movie. We got replica suits made of that scene. And so what we would do was I was usually the guy in the suit. We would do a live feed of me, put me at the table from scanners. Basically, we had like a close approximation, right? So we set up this live feed. We set up a TV in a barn, and we would kind of wait outside for somebody to come near it, like drive by. You stop them on the road. You bring them out. You say, hey, my friend's in trouble. Like, you got to come here. We're just a bunch of kids. We don't know what to do, right? And usually you wait until you find someone really old.
Right.
Okay? And do you know the rest of this, or do you not know this?
No, keep going.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was just checking. A lot of people seem to know this thing. So you bring them in. We had a little tube TV that my grandpa had like thrown out. So we show them this, and when it's plugged in, there's outlets usually. And so you play the footage, and it's me. I'm like sitting at the table. I'm like, you got to give me $200 or something really bad's gonna happen, you know? And I'm like freaking out, like sweating. They did a really good makeup job of making it look like I got hit a bunch. Crazy stuff. I have like a wig on, and then usually what would happen is they'll usually like fork over some money due to our intimidating presence or something, something stupid like that. And on the off chance, and the fun part is when they don't pay up, then we play the clip from scanners where my head explodes. They like swap me out basically, and it like traumatizes these people.
And you can blame them, right? Because they didn't help.
Yeah, no, it's like entirely on their conscience, and then we would leave and relocate to a new barn each time. The cops could never catch us. One of my friends actually got a face replaced. Like he got his face like surgically changed because he got caught one time.
Oh, like Face Off.
Yeah, it was a bit like Face Off, but we couldn't. I was trying to get tailor-made suits from Face Off. I wanted the one where Nick Cage, he has like whatever he was wearing when he had the two guns, that like priest outfit.
Yeah, really nice. Really nice.
I couldn't get that done though. It's like sacrilegious, you know.
So, what do you think? Like, how much did you make? Like, would they in a panic hand you like credit cards, or was it cash? What were you after specifically?
I was always green. I don't know.
You were not really part of the guy taking the money. You were just there you're the prop that explodes.
Yeah, pretty much. Am I a bad person?
I mean, I don't think so. It's just old people, right?
Yeah, are you being honest? Because I
You know what? I guess if I'm being fully honest, it sounds, it is taking advantage. It is a scam. I mean, do you have remorse about it? Do you feel guilty, or how do you feel?
That's the crazy thing. I feel like I should have remorse.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious, and I want to do it again.
Yeah. When was the last time you did do it?
So.
What? Nobey?
It evolved. It's like none of my new friends will do it. No one will do it with me.
See.
And I'm really trying to do it.
Well, maybe you're with the right crew now if they don't want you to scam the elderly with scanners footage.
I never thought about it like that.
It's just maybe. It's just a thought.
But, I mean, you're right. You're right. I'm going to try to turn it around. It's just really hard, you know? Really hard.
What did you just get like a percentage of the money? Like, what were you?
No, I didn't get anything.
Oh, it was just fun for you.
I got to dress up like the guy in Scanners.
Okay. You could probably like work at just a haunted house or something and have like a similar experience, and people would pay of their own free will without the pressure. Oh, I see. All right. Well, Nobey, thanks for calling in.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for affirming that I'm not a bad person, because I needed that.
I mean, I'm on the fence about it, but to be honest, I don't want you to feel bad on the show, so I'm not gonna say that.
Oh wait, people are listening.
Just no cops, just a few.
There's no cops.
I mean, I guess
I'm gonna have to go to the face guy. I'm gonna go to the face guy. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
Good.
Whoops. Dude, we got a scammer. A scammer.
Call from
Josh.
Josh?
Yeah. Oh, hey, how's it going?
Yo, Josh, you're on the show. We're talking about scammers today.
Awesome. Yeah. So I think in regard to scams in general, the one thing I
fell completely vulnerable to. It was just so stupid. So I got out of a shitty fucking relationship, and I was making payments on my girlfriend's car. It was essentially leased in my name.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just trying to deadbeat this fucking thing. And so the first thing I think of is like offer up. Okay, great. You know, I can just sell this thing. A good portion of it's already sold off, so I can just pay off the balance and then just call good. Hopefully I'll find a fucking, you know, purchaser or what have you. So I put the thing on offer up, and it's a 2013 Kia Soul. Oops. And I got essentially, you know, people messaging me interested, like, oh, hey, like just as soon as I post the fucking thing. And I'm like, okay, great, you know, I can get rid of this fucking thing. So they start expressing interest. They're like, oh, it's for X person, this person, what have you. Just give me your phone number and we can work something out. We can meet somewhere. I'm like, great, okay. So here's my phone number. And they're like, okay, well, I've been scammed before, and I just want to make sure that you're legit. So I'm going to send you a PIN, and you're going to send it back to me. And I'm like, motherfucker. Like, so I give them the PIN, and I was like, that seemed a little fucking weird at first. And
so what PIN? The PIN for what?
Sorry, Google Voice. It was a Google Voice scam. So essentially, they'd ask for your phone number. You give them the PIN to verify their number, and so they essentially use your phone number and they like spoof it on Google Voice.
Oh,
it was the dumbest fucking thing ever. Yeah, no. So all they need is verification. Like once you give them their phone number, give them the verification PIN.
Wait, why would you give them your PIN?
Well, no, it was like a PIN. So they're like, I don't know, like it made sense at the time because I was like, okay, they just want to verify that I'm like a person. And yeah.
I don't get the scam at all.
Yeah.
Wait, so you there? I don't understand this. Wait.
Okay, sorry. So let me back up. Sorry. Call it just nervousness with the audience.
It's
anyway,
my fault. I have limited mental capacity. They're calling you. Okay. You're calling them.
No. Okay. So essentially, they want my phone number, and they're like, "Oh, I want to make sure that you're not a bot. I want to essentially verify that you're real. So we're going to send you a PIN via Google Voice." And so, you know, they're essentially just trying to verify my number, and I didn't realize that's what they were doing.
Oh,
so they were claiming my number on Google Voice, essentially to spoof it.
That's a good scam, though. It's the scam where it's like I've been a victim of scams, and so I'm just doing this is security to protect myself.
Yeah, no, exactly. And so it's like, okay, that's believable. And then I'm like, wait a minute, why am I giving them a verification plan? And it even says explicitly, don't share this with anybody. I'm like, motherfucker. So I go on there to Google Voice. I re-verify my number. Essentially, you know, the buck just stopped there. You know, they don't have access to my number anymore. But had I just, like, left it there, then, yeah, no, they could just be spoofing me into they can essentially just pose as me via phone number and then just try to get other information from other companies and shit. So,
but at first, that probably gives you the a feeling of security. It's like you're on the lookout for scams. Like, I don't want to be scammed. And then someone else like, hey, me neither. And they're like, oh yeah, we have that in common. Neither of us want to get scammed. So let's help each other out here.
Yeah, exactly. No, so yeah, I was pretty gullible with that. And then it's really funny because somebody messaged me and was like, oh, hey, like, same circumstance. I'm going to send you a pin. And I'm like, yeah, nice try, motherfucker. I reported your account to the other fucking dude. Have fun. So,
God damn. All right, well, hey, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, of course, dude. And by the way, huge fan of your stuff. You're awesome, man. Have a good one.
Thank you very much. Have a good one. Bye. Dude, the anti-scam scam. The scammer that doesn't want to get scammed, but he is scamming while anti-scamming. It's like how security and hackers, they're like the same group, right? Like the people who want to hack and the people who are in security, they're two sides of the same coin. It's like in Heat. It's like in the movie Heat, how the cop gets along with the robber because they're I mean, I've never actually seen Heat, but, you know, that's what I've heard about Heat. All right, we're going to take a quick break here. All the music from this stream is from Foewi. Excuse me. And if you go to the link in the description of this video, you can find all the songs that we're playing on the stream. We'll be back in 3 minutes with more calls. Okay, lad, we're actually back right now in 1 minute and 27 seconds. Oh, real quick break. We're talking scams today, scammers and scams. Oh, by the way, Nobey1 called in. He was the guy who was giving us the scanners scam. He's a great YouTuber, by the way. Just so you know. He's got great videos on YouTube. You search Nobey1, Nobey space ONE. Wonderful YouTube videos that this guy makes, animated sort of stuff. Funny guy. Check it out. I'll be sharing his videos at some point on a community post or something. Just want to put that out there, just for everyone.
Call from
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Oh, damn, I got through again. Shoot, what's going on?
Dude, you got the magic touch. Nothing much. We're talking about scams today. Are you a scammer or a scammy?
Almost a scammy.
Tell us what happened.
You ever heard of Amway? That's a scam, right? Does the pyramid scheme count as a scam?
Yes. And what did you say? Amway?
Amway. AMWAY.
Never heard of it, but tell us.
It's one of those online sales like, oh, get your friends and your family to sign up to buy through your online store for all of your everyday needs, cereals, shampoos, blah, blah, blah.
You got an online store for cereals and shampoos, dude?
Yeah. You want to buy from me? You can tell all your friends to shop through my shop.
What does this
you
mean?
Can start your own business.
Is it like the Amazon affiliate link I see on YouTube all the time?
I don't think so. It's its own thing.
It's the scam version of that?
Yeah. It's probably similar structure, maybe.
How's it work? How did they get in contact with you?
So it happened to me twice. The first time I transferred to a new university, and I knew someone from my older university was in town. I was like, hey, I just moved here, want to meet up for lunch, whatever. And she's like, sure. I got a new business. Let me tell you about it.
Oh, good. So that's a good start to a conversation.
Yeah. And me being a naive, I don't know, what is I, sophomore, junior, met up with this friend, and she's telling me about it, and this other person was there, and she's like, yeah, you can start your own business. I was like, I just wanted to meet up with you and talk about, like, what the city's like and hang out and chill. And she's trying to get me to go, like, sign up for meetings and go buy books.
Meetings?
And like, go to a business meeting where they give a presentation on how the Amway structure is and how you set up your own shop and submit a bunch of names. So they want you to put together all of your contact list and submit it, so that those are the people you call to try and get on the list.
Your friends and family.
Right. And then basically put forward, like, here's so-and-so who's been with the company for 10 years. They've made $15 million a year for the past 3 years. Here's X other person. And it's just people who were first in and were first in on the scam. That's how classic pyramid schemes work.
Yeah.
Right? And then the second time I was on campus at the new school, and someone came up to me in like the cafeteria and started talking to me, and I kind of had an inkling on what it was, but there was a lot more people at this meeting at this person's house, and they had like a formal presentation.
You went to both meetings in both instances.
I got twice.
Well, so what happened the first time? Like, did you just see them? You went to the meeting and you're like, all right, this is a scam, or did you go any further? What happened there the first time?
No, the first time when I met up with my friend, I was like, yeah, I'll think about it, and then I went and looked it up myself afterwards. I'm like, yeah, this is not cool. I'm never talking to this person again.
All right. It was obvious enough.
Yeah.
And then the second time, was it deja vu, or did this time seem more appealing?
No, it was deja vu, except it was in someone's house rather than like a cafeteria. And they had 5 or 6 other people with like chairs set up in their living room. And these are all college students sitting there, and the one giving the presentation is a college student.
Are they wearing suits?
I think the person presenting was dressed a little more formally, but I don't believe they were wearing a suit.
Okay. But so this time you had already had the experience, so did you know right away, oh, here we go again?
Within like 2 minutes, I was like, yeah, I stood up and started asking questions. I'm like, I'm not sticking around for this. This is a pyramid scheme. You guys know this, right? And the guy started arguing with me. He's like, yeah, well, if it was a pyramid scheme, why is the, I don't know, he said, someone in the SEC, like the federal government, is a member or business owner in Amway. How come they're supporting it? I'm like, yeah, just because they're in the government, that doesn't mean they don't scam people. Great logic there, guy. And I left.
Dude, nice. Do you feel like that's a weird situation with the pyramid scheme? Because it's like, you know, the person who's getting you, who's trying to scam you, is someone who is being scammed currently.
Right.
So how do you deal with that? Like, with these are people that you know. They're like, you know, maybe not your best friends, but they're people that are friendly with you. So do you try to talk to them about it, or are you just like, yeah, I'm just not gonna do it, and good luck?
Yeah, I kind of tried to convince them a little bit in that meeting with asking the questions that I was asking and saying it's a pyramid scheme. But as soon as I noticed I was hitting a brick wall of someone who was wearing blinders, I was like, yeah, this isn't worth my time. I gotta go.
And people take it really personally, you know. If they're being scammed and they don't realize it, that's hard to pull them out of it, because, you know, to convince them, you kind of got to like convince them that someone pulled the wool over their eyes and that they're a little dumb and stuff, and nobody wants to hear that.
Right. Mark Twain, what did he say? It's easier to fool people than convince people that they've been fooled.
Mm. Yeah. So does that ring true to you with people that you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Boy. Well, hey, thanks for calling in.
Hey, good to talk to you. Thanks for sending me the link to Kofran's music. Awesome stuff.
Oh, yeah, nice. All right, have a good one, dude.
You too. Bye.
Bye. What a cyclical cycle. I mean, that's whatever. But what a circle of scams. A circle, not a circle jerk, but one person gets scammed, and then they're like, oh, I got to get someone else in on the scam so I'm not being scammed as hard. This happens all the time. I mean, suburban moms are really going through the whole pyramid scheme thing. Felix the Cat? Hello?
Hello?
How's it going?
Oh, shit, yeah, Felix the Cat.
Yeah, that's you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're talking about scams today.
Holy shit. You know what's a fucking scam? You know what's a fucking scam? This show. For how many times I fucking called for the past, I don't know how long I've been following you, but some of your fucking guys who get like +3 fucking calls, like repetitive, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but it's kind of sketchy.
Dude, I swear to you, there's nothing. I mean, Google is in charge of who gets through. I'm just on a Google Voice account. So if you want to,
Google, then
they're the king scammers of everyone.
God
Okay, but you're
damn
on
it.
now. You're on now. So like, you get to say whatever you want.
Fuck. I had so many things I could talk about back then, but now I got something. Scammed, right?
Yeah.
So I grew up in Las Vegas, and my mom,
Scam
when I was a
Central.
kid, she got into this weird fucking like thing with like, so I was working at the swap meet with my mom, trying to make money.
Okay.
And she's selling her clothes. She somehow meets these people who are selling patches.
When you mean her, when you
Patches
say
with,
her clothes, do you mean clothes that she made or clothes that she owns?
No, clothes that she owns. She had like this really weird, like Hispanic mother, weird like swirl kind of taste in clothes. I don't know, like this really weird niche.
Okay. She's got a lot of clothes
But-
to hawk.
Yeah, but she ended up having. Oh, she met somebody, right? She met somebody, and they sold her on this idea with patches. These patches, you put them on your body, you're gonna lose weight.
Oh.
You're gonna lose weight if you put these patches on your fucking body.
That sounds great.
It's not, yeah. And then also they sold like some weird water fucking drink potion, whatever it was.
This is like a health and wellness scammer that
Yeah,
met
it was
your
like a health
mom.
and wellness shit, yeah. So she did this for like, I think like a year or so. But I think, I don't know, maybe like 2 months into it, we ended up going to some rich person's fucking house. I don't know, this really nice house in Vegas. But they're selling shit, which is really weird. Like they're selling like some of the shit in the house. I don't know if it was actually the house or not. But there's like all these other people, and I'm just a teenager. I'm just like, well, gotta go along, I guess. Just figure out what the fuck my mom got herself into. And this is all in Spanish, and my Spanish is fucking piss poor.
What is
trying-
your being involved in this? Like, are you a co-salesman? Are you there to like be like for your mom's like, I have to support this guy right here, and so please buy my stuff? Or like, what was your role
No,
in
I was against it from the very beginning. I knew it was a scam, but I didn't know what type of scam it was. And I was kind of like too shy to even say anything. And God, when they had this whole fucking fuck, what is it called? This like little video explaining like what they gotta do, like they gotta buy all this shit and then try to like get other people into it. You know, it's basically, I put like 2 and 2 together and I found out it was a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
And I'm like maybe, like I'm a really young teenager. I'm like 13 or some shit. And I'm like, yo, this is a fucking scam.
Did that work? Did that convince your mom?
Somehow, yeah.
Oh.
She did that shit for about like I think like a year or so, and she got like to a pretty bad debt. Not crippling debt, but you know.
She leave this guy, the scammer dude?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't remember how we ended up leaving it, but I just remember having these random ass people come into her house like after them, from then on afterwards. She'd peddle it at the swap meet. She'd have random people come to our house. Be like, yeah, there's all this stuff. You wanna get healthy by doing this shit? You wanna be skinny? You know, drink my mineral water, whatever the fuck it was. God, it was bad. It was, I don't know. I think the mineral water or some bullshit made people like just have the runs. So they just lost like water weight.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Just diarrhea constantly.
Yeah, and I figured it out because like I didn't drink none of that shit. I didn't trust it. But like from what I could tell from like listening in, I'm like, dude, this is stupid. this is fucking ridiculous. You're just losing water weight.
That's a good idea, though. It's like you drink my magic potion, and you're gonna get rid of all the toxins and the evil in your body, and then it's like, oh, I drank this magic potion. Now I have terrible diarrhea. All this diarrhea was inside me all these years, and now I'm finally flushing it all out.
Yeah.
Thanks to this potion. Dude, scary. All right, well, hey, thank you for calling in, dude.
Yeah, I'm fucking finally happy to say, my piece. Fucking, you're great, man. You're hilarious.
Thank you,
Keep on doing you.
Appreciate that. All right, have a good one, dude.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, health and wellness scams. Classic scam material.
From
Zebs.
Zebs, we're talking scams today.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Yep.
Let's see here. Did anyone, I just started listening, anyone talk about Scientology for scams?
No.
Oh,
no,
man.
No religious scams at this point.
Oh, okay. Well, that one everybody needs to look into because they are awful. They trick you. They lie to you. I'm not a Scientologist, by the way. I just read a lot of stuff about them, and they'll trick you and say like, oh, you need more. You need to talk to these people. They need to help you, and to help you, you have to take these courses, and the courses are like $5,000. And like after you take these courses, you'll feel better.
It's like a self-development course, like a self-help.
Yeah. And they keep on like piling it on, like, oh well, you've done this many, you spent like 20 grand. Now you can go up a level, and you'll be exposed to even more of like the secrets of Scientology, and all this horse shit. So I think that one's probably the greatest scam, and I guess the same vein as cults, just cults in general. They're all the worst scammers.
So Scientology is recognized by the U.S. government, at least as a religion. Do you think that there's a general religious scam here, or is Scientology very unique in the way that it scams people?
No. Well, I know that they have like their own type of like business software. It's called WISE, W-I-S-E. I can't remember what it stands for, but like you have to, you use that. Like there's a podcast I listen to. It's called "Was I in a Cult?" And there's a lady that was on there. She was in the dentist office, and it was a cult. And it was because it was rooted in Scientology. It was the weirdest friggin' thing I've ever heard of in my life. But
what does that mean? Like, are they gathering Scientologists in dental appointments, or is it just the company itself?
No. See, it was just the company themselves, and they got busted for doing it, but they went after people that didn't go to the dentist for like 10 years because they're afraid of the dentist, and then it starts getting bad. So they get these people in there, and they say, instead of just saying, oh, you need a root canal, they say you need this and this and this and this, and it costs like $35,000 to get all this dental work done. And then they tell them, because they have these like scales of when you're talking to someone, if they feel guilty, you should make them feel more guilty. If they're aggressive, you be aggressive right back. And the goal is to get them on par with you so that they agree. And all these people, they're like, well, I don't have $25,000. So they say, can you ask your friends? Can you ask your family? Can you get a loan? Can you sell your stuff? Can you sell stuff? And, these people, they're manipulated into doing this shit and spending all this money. And they only needed like a couple of grand worth of work done in their mouths.
So it's kind of like a person comes to you and they tell you that they feel guilty. They feel like they aren't taking good enough care of themselves. And then right there, it's like, all right, this is a person to scam because they already told me like that they feel guilty about it.
Yep, there's the lever that you can use to manipulate them. It's crazy, some of the shit that Scientologists do. Have you ever read Going Clear?
No.
Okay, it's a book. It's about a bunch of people that made it out of Scientology. And like the guy who runs it, his
David Cavish, something like that.
Miscavige.
He's a psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Miscavige. Cavich. Yeah, that guy. He's a psycho. He like beats people up. He has the power to make people like just disappear. Like his wife hasn't been seen in public in like 10 years. It's awful. And all they do is just strip people of their wealth and leave them just broken.
It's a good a little peek into the scam psychology, though. It's like if you can find the people who are going to tell you, they're going to confess to you that like they have these problems and they don't know. It sort of like gives the impression like I don't know how to run my life. It's like, well, boom, I know how to run your life, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it.
Yep, and you're going to do it, and you're going to like it, and then once they get you, somewhat entrenched, they try to cut off all your family ties and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So you have nowhere to turn but the cult leader or, Scientology, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, me and this organization, we're going to fix your life, and you're going to thank us for it. And everyone else, they've been ignoring you. They've been mistreating you because, you've ended up at this point because of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a good scam.
It's amazing. Like, all those people, they've like the ones that made it out, they've been away from their family for like 20 years. And in Scientology, if you leave Scientology, they call you something. It's basically you're bad news, so you're not allowed to talk to anyone else in Scientology. They all shun you. They won't talk to you. They won't answer your phone calls. They won't even look at you if you see them in the grocery store.
Because isn't there this thought in science? Isn't part of Scientology? It's like the idea of going clear is that like the people who are Scientologists, they've unlocked like this greater way to live. They've unlocked the secrets to maxing your potential, and everyone else is not doing that. They're like they're gonna drag you down because they haven't had access to this ultimate information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if they don't 100% support you, they're I can't remember the name they use for like a bad influence. They have a special term for it, and they're just exclude them, get rid of them now. And if not, they can put you on one of their compounds and make you just do manual labor for years. Like there are guys that have been stuck in like one of the compounds, couldn't get out. They're living in a basement. It's just like rags and dirt and shit. And that's where they were living for like 2 years. Yeah, it's awful. They found people dead, starved to death. So yeah, that's a pretty healthy scam.
Yeah, it's going well. It's a very successful scam. All right, thank you for calling in, dude.
Yep, it was good talking to you.
All right, have a good one. Scientology. I also can't remember the name of it. It's like MPs or something. I forget. It's like I can't remember the name of the. It's the term that people in Scientology give to people who are outside of Scientology, and it's the people who are bringing you down because they don't know how to be super Scientology humans.
Call from
Christopher Hollis.
Christopher.
Hey. Yes.
How's it going? We're talking scams today.
Hey, I have a scam story you might be interested in.
Yes, I am.
Okay, when I was 16, I thought that I could write poetry. I mean, I physically could, but it was terrible. But I thought it was really good. I found a website. At that time, it was actually poetry.com. I don't know if it's changed. But they said, send in a poem. It's a contest. If you win, you can win money. You can be featured in our special poetry poets book. I did it. They said I won. I was excited. I thought I was amazing. They said, you're entered into round 2. And then they let me know later. I won again. I'm into round 3. I didn't know what was going on. They just kept telling me stuff. Yeah, I must be great. Okay. They said you won. You're going into the big poets like compilation book. And I was excited about that. And you can buy the book. You can buy it for yourself and see your poem in there. So it's not a scam, right? And I almost bought the book. And then I saw somehow online, someone posted a copy of the book they received. And it turns out every single poem that was entered won. And they were just trying to get you to buy a book. And to fully give the context of how delusional I was to think I had won, I remember the poem that I sent in. And
Do you want to read it? Yeah.
Do you mind?
No, please.
Okay. It was like this. It's called In My World. In my world, there are no lies. There's so much beauty through my eyes. If only everyone could see the power there is in me. And it goes on like that.
Dude, that was poignant.
I felt it was, you know. I went to my mom and said, this is the poem and I read it to her. And she was like, well, if they like it.
But you didn't buy the book. You could have had proof that you were published in this shitty book.
I really should have bought the book. So what the book consists of is like everyone's poems. And a lot of people would send in just like, pee pee poo poo, get on my dick, and they would still get an email back. You won.
Well, that's
and if
subversive.
You bought the book, there would be a poem. It'd be like first page, pee pee poo poo, sit on my dick.
How much did the book cost?
I can't remember, but it was long enough ago, and I think it was like $30. That by now, if I understand inflation correctly, it's like $200 or $300.
Could have been worse, you know. Did you see pictures of the book? Like, did it look like it was well made, or was it just like a printer paper staple?
Yes.
I see. All right.
I have
Decent
one more
scam.
scam. I don't have time.
Go for it.
Okay. This was when I was scammed out of drug money. So, a girl who I did not know, so a stranger, knocked on my front door. And I answered, and she had some sort of reason, which doesn't stick out in my memory as to why she would knock on my door. But then she said, do you need weed? I guess she just looked at me.
She
so
sized you up.
Yeah. And I was
This
like,
guy needs
yes.
weed.
Yeah. And I was immediately like, you're correct, and yes. And she was like, give me $100 and I will bring you back $100 of weed. And I was like, sounds good. I gave the person who knocked on my door $100.
This is a random person you've never seen before?
Yes.
Oh.
I think I might have autism.
That's like I've never heard of that, like a cold call weed salesman.
Exactly. It's unusual. So unusual, in fact, that I thought it must be true. She was supposed to come back in like 20 minutes. Hours passed, naturally. But the weird thing is, she did come back. She knocked on my door later that night. Right, it wouldn't be a great story if nothing happened to me, like I'm just an idiot. I mean, that's still the story. But anyway, she comes back. I answer the door. And she's like, hey, here's the thing. I couldn't get your drugs, but I gave the guy the money, and I think that he'll get back to us. And I was like, why did you come back? I don't understand. I'm like, how dumb do you have to be? You're just taking my money. You didn't come back with the drugs. You gave my money to someone else. There was nothing further. She didn't have anything else to say. That was it. Just, I gave your money to someone. It's gone, and you may get drugs someday. I don't know. And then I thought, actually, she's not dumb. I gave $100 to a complete stranger for drugs, and so I'm the dumb one.
That's weird, though. Like, maybe it was a weed pyramid scheme where she was being scammed also. Maybe.
Right, like she needed to fork up the $100, kind of like a sign-up fee or something. And then
because why would you come back?
Twice as much back. Yeah,
she already had the money.
She's probably recruiting others. Like with enough people under her, the weed would just flow to the top and she'd be Scarface.
Yeah, you'd think like the next part would be like, I didn't get your weed, but here's the deal. If you knock on 100 doors in the next 2 weeks, maybe eventually both of us can get some weed through this.
Right. I think I was too mad to let her finish her pitch.
Right. Well, thank you for calling in, guy.
You're welcome, man.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Scammers, scam. So many scams. Good variety of scams. Drugs, religion, crypto, credit cards. This is good. We're going to take another break here, listen to more music from Foewi, and I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Let's just say that, all right? If you like the music from the stream, click on the link in the description of this video, and you'll find a link to the SoundCloud of this artist. And you can listen to all the music that we are listening to right now. And we'll be back. Okay, we're back. We're talking scams today. You can call in now. The number's 518-288-7938. Scams that you've been a part of, either as the scammer or as the scamee, or if anything general you think is a scam. We talked about all kinds of things already today, but we can keep talking about things we've already talked about or talk about new things. Whatever you want to talk about. If you can call it a scam.
Call from.
Hello?
Hello, this is John Smith from Microsoft.
Oh.
We've got a notification that your computer has a virus, and we just want to help you figure this out and get it fixed.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're from Microsoft, so I do have a PC.
That's right.
What's the nature of this?
Got a notification that there is a virus on your PC. So I will need your IP address, and we will have to screen share.
John, I would love to get to the bottom of this right now, but I mean, I'm doing a call-in show right now. I can't really. I'm live, so I can't give any personal information right now. But could I? How should I do this?
If you do not want the virus off your PC, you know if that's your prerogative.
I do. I do. Of course, I do.
Well, then I will need your IP address immediately, and your social security number, and your bank account number.
I don't even know where to find an IP address. How many numbers is that?
Sir, I'm just trying to help you.
I want your help. I'm so thankful that you called, but I need help from you first.
You can find you have Google on your PC.
Yeah.
Okay, you have that downloaded. You can go to Google and you type in what is my IP address.
Okay. What is my IP address? Okay, first result, what is my IP address.com?
No, it should just pop up. Your IP should just pop up.
Okay, yeah, I think I there are some numbers that appeared on here. Shall I read them?
Yes, please.
101 period 188 period 67 period 136.
Thank you, sir. Unfortunately, I do not have time to deal with this bullshit anymore. Good day to you.
John, no. John. What was that all about, dude? Trying to... What about the virus? What do I do with that? John? John Smith? Well, I'm sure it was fine. Just a good Samaritan. Thomas, yo.
Yo, what's up, Mr. Minute?
Yo, we're talking scams today.
Okay. So not too long ago, I guess I got scammed.
Oh, no.
So this will just be kind of a quick little story, but back in November, it was my girlfriend's 30th birthday, and I wanted to get her something nice. I wanted to really, 30 is a big number, right?
Yeah, definitely. Out of 100, I guess.
Yeah. And so, I do have 7 or maybe 5 more of those number 0 days to go.
Yeah.
But I felt 30, I got to get her something nice for her birthday. And so she really likes this anime called Dorohedoro, and I was going to get her this limited edition plush that had a limited run in Japan, and it's super nice and super fucking expensive. And so it's like $300 or a little more even, I think. And you can't find it anywhere because it's a limited run, but I found one on eBay. And so I go and I buy this thing off of eBay from this fucking account called Masa Japan. And
Straight from the source.
Up right now. Straight from the source, you know. This store is based in Japan, and I do my quick little look over it. It's in new condition. The Masa Japan account at the time had over 90% positive reviews, and so I was like, all right, you know, I'll fucking buy this shit, and so I did. And you know, you're supposed to get a shipping email as soon as it fucking goes, right? And so a month goes by. After a week, I start getting real suspicious because I'm getting no shipping confirmation email, and you can't email the guy until after 30 days. And so I'm like, fuck, did I get scammed? And so I go to this guy's account and I go to his reviews to do what I should have done before buying it at all. Because you go down, and I'm looking at it right now, and you see a bunch of 5-star reviews. And they're all just arigato gozaimasu, arigato gozaimasu, arigato gozaimasu, all just bots saying thank you with 5 stars. And then you come across the 1-star reviews, and it's shit you know, terrible, waited a month for this to come to the mail, and it never did. I messaged the person, and they didn't even tell me what went wrong and ghosted me. Avoid this seller and buy at your own risk.
Oh, no.
And my favorite part is that this account will always reply to the bad reviews saying, please don't lie. You've offered a cancellation refund. Or he gets a little bit more feisty with some of these people. One, he replies, everything we say is true, but you are just being selfish by claiming that your address is wrong and you didn't receive it. I am very tired of your lies.
What would be the benefit from the consumer standpoint, do you think, of lying about your address and not getting the thing you paid for and then leaving a 1-star review?
I don't know, man. People want to spread bullshit about this guy, apparently.
He's just a good guy, dude.
I know. So I messaged him after the 30 days because I requested a refund, and I get a message from him that day saying, good evening. The item was definitely shipped, but I don't know if Japan Post lost it or not. If you don't mind, could you please change your feedback to positive so I can pay an additional 20 USD? Because I left him a really scathing negative review as well. Yeah, and so he offered me $20 to fucking, you know, change that to positive. I was already getting my refund because eBay holds your funds in escrow for a good amount of time. So I replied to him and I was like, oh man, oh God, sorry dude, my uncle wrote that, but you seem like an honest guy. I can't really figure out the positive reviews though. Do you think you could write in a tutorial to how to change my review to positive? And so I'm just stringing him along because I got really pissed off that he tried to scam me for $350. And then he says, give me your email address and I'll give you an additional refund via PayPal. Can I also send you a link where you can change your feedback here? And then I just replied, I forgot my email address.
As you're replying from email.
Yes, because on eBay, you have 10 days to change your, the seller can request you change your feedback, and it gives you 10 days to switch it. And so I kind of just strung them along for 10 days with messages as my sort of revenge arc, and then forgot about it forever. But the last thing he sent me was, we will refund you with an additional USD 30. Please tell your uncle I'm sorry, because I lied and said I was this guy's nephew, and my uncle was really mad about being scammed, and I wasn't.
He is reading along and believing.
Yeah, exactly. So I sort of flipped it on him and started scamming the scammer, at least in wasting his time, scammed him out of some of his time.
That seems like that's the best way to deal with the scammers, to just scam them right back.
Yeah, if you have the opportunity, you know, I had this little 10-day window that God gifted me. And, you know, I took advantage,
It's
right?
just your
I just
playground.
had to, like, fuck this guy.
Those 10 days are for you to do whatever you want. You've been wronged, and so
Exactly.
now you've got just a blank check to wrong back.
Exactly. And it's free of any karmic negativity, you know? Like, this guy deserves all of it. And I messaged eBay about, like, this fucking piece of shit because he's just, like, scamming everybody. I think his entire store is a scam, but he's still up here. He's still selling shit for hundreds of dollars. So, you know, fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, now, what was the net here? Did you get your money back? Did you get any additional money from this guy, or is it just like you got your money back and you wasted some of his time, and that's the win?
I got my money back. I wasted some of his time, and I kept the 1-star review. So,
nice.
You know, and these negative reviews, they do stack up on eBay, I think. I think if people are smarter than me and they go down and they look at the 1-star reviews, they will not buy. And I'm just one more drop in the bucket. Because, you know, I'm looking at his page right now. I just checked. When I bought the thing, he was at 90.5% positive, and now he's at 89.3%. You know, he's dropping.
It is a weird thing about eBay. I mean, I'm not like super into eBay. I don't know all the rules, but from what I've heard is like if you're below 98%, you're just a scammer. So you need to be like as perfect as possible.
See, I should have known because I'm like you. I'm not hip to eBay, but now that I've heard that, I feel like pretty retarded for not catching this one because, you know, it's like I used to drive for Lyft, and in my opinion, if you're like underneath a 4.9 star rating, you're like fucking abusing the passengers in some way. Like you're an idiot, you know? It's like who's going to really rate your Uber driver like less than 5 stars most of the time?
Right, because nobody goes 4, 3, or 2. It's either 5 or 1 stars.
It's 5 or 1, and it's like, you know, to get to that 1, you have to do something, like something consequential.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's good. It's good that you called in then and let us know that like this is the score on eBay. Even 90%. That's the worst scammer possible.
That's bad. That's shit. Yeah. And I think my advice is, guys, if you're out there and you get scammed, find a way to scam back, even if it's in some small, inconsequential way. I might have wasted 10 minutes of this guy's day, but that's something.
But he clearly read your email, and he talked about your uncle, so that was a win.
That was a win. That was a win. So,
thanks for calling in.
I got to say, let me one thing. You know, it's been not the best month for me, and I got to say, whenever I see the stream, it really cheers me up. So
that's great to hear.
I love it.
Thank you for calling in.
All
Good to hear from you,
talk
Thomas.
to you soon, dude.
All right, bye-bye.
Call from.
No. Oh, that was an international call too. That one cost money. Sorry, guy. I've seen this person calling in. Maybe I can try to call them back. Where are they? Here they are.
You don't have enough credit to make this call.
Oh, I don't have enough credit.
Call from.
Sorry, guy. Calling again. Hello?
Hello.
Yo, who is this?
I just put anonymous because I feel like I'm the scammer in this situation, so I don't want to.
That's fine. That's fine. Tell us about your scam.
Well, I guess you can tell me if it's a scam. So I bought a computer monitor, and it's an OLED monitor. I thought it was cool for having it. It got burned. I should have known better. So I just contact customer service. They send out a replacement. Replacement was busted, so I told them that one was busted. I requested a third one. Third one comes in, cool, monitor works. I sent the other 2 back. We're good. And then I think like 4 days later, another monitor comes in.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to stay quiet and just sit on this for a while and just hope they don't notice. And
what are they going to do? Send a repo squad out to get that monitor? You got it.
That's what I'm thinking. Or like, because I did financing with them through the company, and I'm just like, maybe I really hope they don't like charge the financing, like, oh, you didn't return this monitor, so we're just going to charge you for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up keeping the monitor, but they contacted me 2 weeks after that one had sent, like, hey, did you send back the monitor? And I'm like, yeah, I sent back the 2 monitors you guys sent me. Don't bring up anything about the third one. They're like, okay, cool, just send us the shipping labels here. I don't have pictures of the shipping labels when I was returning the stuff, so I'm just like, oh, sorry, I don't have them. They don't reply back. A month later, I get a call from Dell. I'm like, okay, let's see what they have to say. And it's just like, hey, you have one of our monitors. We just want you to send it back. I'm like, oh, I actually sent them back already. There's an email chain that you can follow up on. I'm like, okay, cool. Just send a picture of the shipping labels. And yeah, I just sort of ignored it. And I've been ignoring them for a while now, just kind of sitting on this monitor. And it's a dope monitor, but 2 ultra-wide monitors is stupid. One is already feels ridiculous. Feels like a Star Trek cockpit, but now I'm just trying to like sell it, pass on the deals. Yeah, does that kind of scam me? Did I scam?
Wait, so who'd you buy this from initially? Was it from Dell?
Yeah, it was directly from them through their website.
It's my personal belief that you as an individual can't scam a corporation. They can only scam you.
Right, and that's how I felt about it, where it's just like, you never harm a small business locally owned. You never do that to them.
Right.
But if it's like a Target and you walked out with, I'm not condoning stealing, but like if you walked out with some stuff because you needed it, it's Target.
I'll take it a step further. I will condone stealing. I worked at Target for a bit, and I stole from them every day. Just little things, be like resetting the grocery aisle, and I'd take like some snacks off the shelf. I think that's I think every I don't know if I don't know about right and wrong. It's hard to really get in the weeds about that, but it's sort of like it feels fine doing it. It doesn't feel like theft.
Well, in that case, this isn't really stealing. I guess stealing is kind of scamming. But I used to work. They fired me, but it wasn't for what. It's similar to what you did. If you don't mind the second story.
Yeah.
Okay, so I worked at a grocery store. I'll keep it vague again. I worked at a grocery store. I drive a motorcycle. It's normal for me to bring in a backpack because that's where I put my gear. And this was over COVID, and I was living in it with my roommate, and we just, it's expensive. This is one of the nicer grocery stores, and where we put all of our backpacks and stuff like that, it's right next to the spoilage. You're familiar with spoilage.
Yeah.
It's just if a product gets damaged, it goes in a box where they can dispose of it, I guess, whatever it is.
They're going to put it in a trash compactor. It's going to turn into a 1 by 1 inch cube.
Exactly. So it just goes straight to the trash. It's just a special trash can. But yeah, so all of our stuff was there, and the little boxes were underneath one of the middle shelves, and I would just pretend to, I guess as I was working, I would just yoink some stuff. We had these aprons, so I would just like throw in some these snack jerky bars, some pancake mix, do whatever we needed for the apartment as far as groceries go. That's what I was taking, and I got so comfortable with just throwing everything in spoilage, and then at the end of the day, just loading my backpack up. That my backpack was just full of groceries, and one of the days, they had one of the managers just checking backpacks on the way out.
Oh, really?
I'm like, fuck. Yeah, and I don't know if it was because they knew that I was stealing or anything like that, but I got nervous. I'm like, fuck, they're just checking backpacks real quick. So maybe they were on to me. I didn't know, but I was kind of panicking, and I was walking outside, and the manager that was checking backpacks, he used to ride motorcycles. He's a really large dude now, but I guess in his youth. So, when you start talking about it, it's just oh, I remember the glory days. So all I had to do was sweet talk him into talking about his past. I'm just like, so, yeah, I was thinking of getting some stuff done to my bike. You know, I just got it. You're talking about clutches, like clutch pedals or clutch whatever, because I'm not a fucking engineer. It's not an engineer, mechanic. I'm not a mechanic. So I'm just like, yeah, so what do you recommend? I just started sweet talking this dude. He's like, yeah, when I was younger, blah, 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 all this stuff. Meanwhile, I got a backpack just stuffed with groceries. Like, it was an expensive grocery store, so it was probably like $300 worth of groceries in my bag. Like, I even got the butcher guys in on it too. Like, they would just leave some meat out by the freezer. It's like, hey, it's on the shelf inside the freezer. And then I would just walk out with it. Like, it was sick.
But this is stuff that's like on the way to the trash bin.
Maybe not the meat, but definitely like the other grocery stuff. Because if you crush the box with your hand, it doesn't damage the product, but it's ugly now and nobody wants to buy it. So that counts as spoilage. So I would just crush a box every now and then.
Yes.
I would cut it. Like, yeah, no, I would like damage all these things and just stuff my backpack full of it and then just walk out. But I mean, this was during COVID. They weren't doing hazard pay until they like were forced to. And it's just the whole way they were handling it. I felt like this was my revenge on the company because, dude, we did not feel taken care of at all. Like, we had an old lady working at the cash register. It's like, she could die if she gets it. You guys are fucked for like just having us be here still.
I think this this is not a unique thing at all. I think this is like a general trend in America, at least, is just like, because corporations own everything, it's like if you're working at a corporation, you don't feel like you have any kind of vested interest in their success and their profits. Like, you're just like this very tiny little like a number that can be replaced at any time, and so it's kind of like, why not? Like, I can just steal from that. Like, I don't feel bad about. It's not like I know the owner and I'm like, I wouldn't steal from this guy that I know he's a good guy. He owns this company, this small business. It's just like, this corporation is bad anyway. I'm contributing to this bad thing by even working for them. So maybe I'll help the world by making life a little harder for these people.
Yeah, or at least help myself in the process. It wasn't.
It's okay. That's
what
fair.
I was owed at that point.
All right, good. Yeah, so I mean that's fair. You weren't thinking about, I'm gonna save the world by breaking boxes.
No, we were all in survival mode, dude. It was just about feeding ourselves. Like, I wasn't struggling for food or anything like that, but I also can't afford to shop at this grocery store because it's so expensive. And they even gave us like 20% employee discount, and that still wasn't enough. Like,
yeah.
I guess I'll just say it because I didn't put my name. It was Whole Foods.
Okay,
and
yeah.
We were just feeling like, some good ass food from that spot, and everyone was down with it. Nobody liked it. They were announcing like, making a ton of money. We did the best we ever done before, and just like, bro, fuck you. We don't have hazard pay.
Well, I think you did a good thing, and it's like we need these sleeper agents on the inside, tearing these corporations apart. That's good for everybody.
My advice on the way out for everybody: just scam that top group. We're all in it together. We're all getting shit on. Like, just start scamming the top parts. Take from these big corporations.
Nice. All right. Well, hey, thanks for calling in, guy.
Yeah, for sure. Good talking to you, man.
Bye-bye. Dude, very good. Very good. Love to hear that. I think it's important. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a social net positive. Whatever we can do as individuals to lower the profits of giant corporations, it's like we have to get jobs there, because it's like those are the places that offer jobs to people, because they are the main business entities in the country, in the globe. I don't know. I don't know anything about the globe, but I would say in America at least. So I don't feel bad at all. But maybe someone could tell me, maybe a CEO or an executive could give me the alternate perspective on this and let me know why that's bad for the world. I feel like it's a net overall good to sabotage from the inside. with these big companies. All right, we're going to take another quick break here. Again, all the music is from Foewi. You can find the link to their SoundCloud in the description of this video, and you'll find all of these songs that are playing on the stream. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with more scam calls. All right. Okay, we're back. We're talking about scams. Whoa. Take it easy. All right, we're talking about scams here on the call-in show. The number is 518-288-7938. Any kind of scam you can think of, big, broad scam, or very specific scam to just you. Maybe you got scammed, or maybe you're a scammer. It's up to you. What do you want to talk about? 518-288-7938. Thank you to everyone who's called in so far, and here's someone else talking about something.
Call from
Loserman.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo, we're talking about scams today.
Oh, sweet. So, should I just start, or do you want to go ahead?
Go for it, dude.
Okay, so part of the issue with a lot of scams is a lot of them actually look pretty legitimate. I joined pretty late. Did you already talk about that, or?
No, I mean, I don't know. What do you mean?
So a lot of scams, they tend to use alternate email accounts. that look extremely legitimate and look very similar to the actual emails that the actual companies use. The problem is it's very small details that they modify or switch to make them not legitimate. A lot of the times they'll use specific like alphabets, like they'll use like some other language, like maybe Thai or Russian or some other language to basically just modify.
Just change like one of the letters in the address.
Yeah, or maybe a couple of them, just so they can have some like clearance or safety. And there's a lot of formatted emails that look extremely legit. Also, they use the exact same formats as the companies, but I can usually tell when they have like different fonts, because the fonts are very generic or sort of juvenile in a sense. Like they'll use Railway or some other like not Times New Roman, but some other format. Times New Roman is like still okay, but usually the format is kind of, and font is just absolutely terrible.
But you can kind of see sometimes it looks like the hacker version of someone's legitimate email.
Hacker version of someone's email.
Like they got like they've got special fonts in there. That's what I think of. Maybe I'm using hacker wrong, but go on.
Yeah. No, but you're right. They use different fonts for the emails. They'll use like some sort of, I don't know, papyrus or something. Imagine using papyrus for scam email. God, how slow do you have to think?
Comes straight from Egypt.
No, not really.
You ever been scammed by this sort of thing? Have you fallen victim to it, or are you pretty savvy at figuring out when you're being lied to?
I unsubscribe from those like emails because I have it blocked. It's got like one good blocker I use, but I've known people who have been scammed before, family members. Like one time, one family member got a Costco email, quote unquote Costco. And it was like, oh, hey, just click on this, click on that. Like it'll help you purchase this, like an oximeter. And they got the oximeter, but
what is an oximeter?
Basically just measures blood oxygen levels.
Okay.
But it was a really poor oxygen level monitor. And then
like you might get a Costco email, but it comes from like COSSCO.
No, like the word Costco, but the email was formatted differently. And when they showed it to me, I immediately could tell. It's like, why are they using so much blue in that email? You don't just fill up that page with so much blue. Like this is just basic email design. God, have you seen those like PowerPoints that like middle schoolers or high schoolers use? Like I that's kind of an insult because actually most like middle schoolers or high schools actually have decent PowerPoint presentation, slide presentation. But honestly, just the presentation is just not there. Like different size fonts, just like spacing is just all over the place.
I'm talking about people from different countries.
Well, not even just that. A lot of them are they're just like desperate. No, they've got scammers from like Canada, freaking the UK, or some other rundown part of town. I remember there was one scam in Canada where they were stealing money from individuals, and then those individuals got roped in through like secondary like enforcers. Because I read it on a documentary, I saw it online, but it got pushed away somewhere. I think it's because, I don't know, some government officials got caught, but then they got re-uploaded again, so that's good. Yeah, so people get roped in because they think it's like a decent job, but then they get immediately threatened. We will deport you, you will be arrested, you will probably lose your life. And they have no choice. Well, they feel like they have no choice but to comply. That's one of the problems. They prey. They are very smart, like scammers. they're scammers like Scummy, of course, but yeah, overall they're pretty smart.
But you got to have a keen eye for email aesthetics.
Yeah, it's just also they will, if it's a real email, they will put disclaimers. Do not send us information. Do not reply to this. Just don't. Just don't do it.
But the fake emails are like, please email us back right now with all your information.
Yeah, they'll put like a desperation, like, oh, timely notice. But like, if you want, they'll do like a real timely notice. So like, say a shoe brand, like New Balance. New Balance is always great with their deals and stuff. But like, I think they've been raising their costs. Like, you know how it used to be, you could get them at I remember there was like a clearance store back in 5 years ago. You could get them for like $25 for a good 4D white shoe. Oh my God, I'm losing my train of thought here. Where was I? Oh yeah, scam. Jesus. So say you get an actual good deal, they're saying like, oh, it's gonna be from set point to set point. But the scammers will usually just be vague, ambiguous. Ambiguity is the first thing you need to be watching out for. Ambiguity is just...
So that's a good sign that, like, you know, it's like we're just fishing for someone who fits into this description that we're putting in the email, and it's ambiguous enough that there's a very wide net here that we're going for.
Yeah, they're just like, it's just like fishing, where it's just like, all right, let's just cast the net as wide as we can. Doesn't matter. As long as we get something, we'll get something. Because, as they say, a sucker is born every minute. In this case, sucker's born every millisecond, whatever. How long? Time frames.
We're all plugged into the internet all over the globe. There's suckers everywhere.
Yeah. How many? Let me check how many billion searches there are. Let me see if I can find that out. Actually, you know what? I'll just say it's like maybe a couple billion an hour, because people are just checking it on their Facebook, their local image boards for like D&W kits or something. Oh, there's another. Is it okay if I move on to like another sort of scam?
Yeah, make it quick though. That's all right.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Like cars especially. When you say, oh, great deal, low mileage, but then you go up to there and it's just like, this looks nice. But then you start to notice the small issues like water in the headlights. That's the first thing you need to watch out. If there's water in the headlights, that's a problem. You know, it's installed improperly, probably an accident. And just a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, I don't want to take up any more time. Sorry about that. So
no, it's all right. Hey, thank you for calling in.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one, dude. Dude, there's this global number that keeps calling, and I can't reach them. I'm sorry. I'm trying to call you.
You don't have enough credit to make this call.
That's what Google tells me. So I hope at some point you're gonna get through here, but you know, I absolve myself of responsibility for this. You can call in now, 518-288-7938. This is not the international caller. Who's
Call
this?
from Jayden.
Jayden.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Back in high school once, I got this random text talking about how this girl who I went to high school with, who I'd talked to like twice, recommended me for a job. And I had never had a job before, and I was like so excited. I was telling my mom. I look online and it was a pyramid scheme.
People are just texting you for jobs.
Yeah. And it was like, yeah, you know, you sell knives, and then those people sell knives. You know, it was like classic.
Oh, it's selling knives. Was it what's the company called? It's like
I don't remember. It was years ago.
This is a classic scam though, the knives selling thing. I can't remember the name right now.
I know. That's why I was like so taken aback. So this girl who I had like one class with, I was like, hey, I got this text about it was like knife selling thing, and she's like, oh yeah, my mom signed me up for that. I was like, oh, why did you put my name? And she's like, oh, I put everybody's name, like everybody in the whole school. Sorry, I don't know, but I mean that's basically the end of the story. I didn't do it. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know how she's doing, but
But it was it Vector? That's like the knives thing I remember.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Dude, Vector, it's all over the country. I don't know how it works. I mean, it's a knives pyramid scheme scam.
Yeah, because you have to you have to pay them to get in, and then you have to try and make your profits back by selling them to other people.
And you're
But
just
the thing is,
using.
the fact that she sent it to everyone, she must be doing good.
Right. I mean, how many people could she have gotten? I mean, why didn't you join in?
I don't know. I just looked and I was like, oh, this is a scam, so I'm not doing it.
Well, were you just not interested in knives?
Not that much.
Yeah, I know. That happens.
Because, you go to, Quora and Reddit, and I'll go, yeah, don't do this.
Jayden, sell me a knife right now. Right now. You got the knife collection. Give me the pitch.
You ever cut something and it's not sharp enough?
All the time.
You want something sharp. You want something real sharp.
I'm
Can cut through
listening.
bone. Can cut through air. Can cut through cement. You ever want to punch a hole in the wall, but your fist isn't strong enough? Just slice it. Just slice the wall.
Well, you've lost me because I punch the hole in the wall whenever I please.
But have you thought about making a cool design in the wall with a really sharp knife? You can make a curse word in the wall.
No, but that sounds nice. I could turn my holes in the wall into a pleasant design. I could design something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, text me with the knife information, and we'll figure something out.
Okay. Yeah. I hope to sell it to you, and then you can sell it to more people.
Oh, I would love to sell knives to people. So thank you.
I mean,
All right.
you got a fan base.
Yeah, exactly.
You could do it.
Anybody could get in on this knife business. I mean, you don't buy them from Jayden though. Buy them from me.
Well, if you're under me, then I'll be getting some of your profit. That's how it works.
Oh. How do I get further up to the top? Who do I contact? Who's above you? Can I talk to your manager?
Yeah, you can talk to the girl I went to high school with.
All right, nice, good. Jayden, thank you for calling.
Yeah, nice talking to you. Bye.
All right, bye. Yes, I remember Vector knives. I remember getting a letter in the mail. I didn't get a text. I don't know how they. What's the plan? How big is this? How deep? How far up does this organization go? Who's selling knives at the top? Who's making the big bucks? I want to talk to them. Be the start a second pyramid. I don't want to be at the base. I want to be at the other tip.
Bobby J.
Bobby J. We're talking about scams.
We are talking about scams. Love the channel. First time stream watcher, first time stream caller.
Oh wow.
So I before I'm doing the job that I have now, I was a waiter for like 6 years. For different places, and I worked for the Melting Pot for like 4 months, and I was a shit employee. I'll admit, forthcoming. I was just like a dumb 20-something, young 20-something.
Am I supposed to know what the Melting Pot is? Is that a chain?
Oh damn! Yeah, it's like a fondue restaurant. You go, they give you uncooked food, and then you cook it, and you pay like $50 a plate.
Oh, it's like hot pot.
Yeah, it itself is a scam because they're giving you. They don't have chefs. They have people that put, they put slices of meat and like a nice orientation on a plate, and then you cook it, and you pay like scam. Yeah, and you pay like 10 times what it's actually worth.
You're not getting a discount for cooking it yourself. You're paying a premium.
Yeah, you're paying it's genius. Really, it is. It really is. As far as restaurant scams go, probably one of the most successful ones.
All right, so you're working at the Melting Pot.
Yeah. So I'm undergrad. I got to pay for college, so I'm doing the college stuff. But my weekends are me being a waiter, is because it's you don't need a degree. It's easy. It's quick money. You can pick up shifts. You can get shifts covered. It's flexible.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to serve 2 masters. I have to work, but I want to go out. I want to go to the beach. I'm meeting a lot of people. It's a fun time, and
I'm at the beach. I made the mistake of saying, oh, we'll go early. I'll stop drinking, hours before I have to go, and then I'll be fine, and then I can, and then I'll just work my night shift because I have to work the night at the melting pot.
So you're kind of scamming the melting pot here, they think you're going to be a sober, reliable employee, but actually you're pissed drunk.
I had every intention of going in as a picture I was a good employee for the most part, but I had every intention of going in, doing my time. I don't like to, screw anybody over, make someone have to cover my work or anything.
It was a mistake.
Oh, so let me get to the scam part, because I ended up scamming the scammers. I didn't want to reveal it this early in the story, but what I ended up doing, because I realized very early on, my shift was at 6, the beach is like an hour away. I realized probably at like maybe 1 or 2 p.m. that I'm not going to go into work. So I call and I say, hey, tonight's just not a good night for me. Is there any way that I could, because they work on reservations for the most part. So we usually have a good idea, even early in the day, how busy the night's going to be. So I'm like, hey, is it a really busy night? Is there any way I could maybe not go in today? And they say we have a couple more tables. I don't think we can make it if you didn't come in. We have like a 6-top, a 4-top, whatever. So I hang up and I say, okay, you know what? I'll look to see if anyone can cover. And I hang up, and no one's going to cover me because no one ever covered anyone at that job.
Yep.
So I waited like 20 minutes, and I had one of the girls I was with call them and say, hey, I had the reservation for the 4-top. At what time was it at? And they say, oh, okay. It was for 8 o'clock. And she goes, oh, okay. I'm going to have to cancel that reservation. I'm not going to be able to, make it tonight. We're gonna do something else. And I say, okay. So then I wait like another 10 minutes, and then I call back and I say, oh, I can't find anyone to cover. Is it still looking busy? They're like, oh, well, one of the tables just canceled, so maybe you don't have to come in.
Nice. That's a great scam.
I came up with it on the fly. They didn't lose their reservation because they just show up and say like, oh no, we still have a 4-top. They got seated. Victimless crime. Got out with a scot-free. They never found out.
Dude, perfect. What else could you ask for? Everyone got what they wanted. The restaurant got their orders. You got to remain drunk and not have to go to work. Nobody lost.
No, truly, a non-zero sum game for everybody.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling in, guy.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, bye. Dude, very nice. Very nice. It's like a little miniature scam is getting people to cover your shift at a food service type job, because you gotta lie. You always gotta lie. You can't be like this guy. You can't call people up and be like, hey, I'm drunk. I don't want to go to work. Why don't you work instead? Nobody wants to work on their day off. So he did the roundabout way, which is good. Chris.
Hey, is this a minute hour?
Yeah, dude.
Did I get in?
Yeah, dude, we're talking scams today.
Nice. Hey, dudes, I got in. A minute hour. I've been trying for every show.
Oh, nice. Well, here you are. We're talking scams today. What do you got to say about scams?
Nice. All right. I feel like this is one that you could relate to. Digital media.
Mm-hmm.
So there have been occasions where I've paid for digital media, and however many time has passed, I come back and it's gone. I can't access it anymore.
Oh, shit.
Whether it be due to I guess licensing issues or whatever it might be. But
can you give us
can
you give us the specific example of what you're talking about? Like who are you buying digital media from? It's like a streaming thing or what?
Yeah. So I've bought movies through the Xbox Marketplace, right? For example, years ago. And I log in after not having used it for so long, and
I can't access it. I can't watch my movies. They're gone. I feel kind of ripped off, man. I feel scammed.
Yeah, dude, because you were buying it, and you're buying it, you know, when you buy something as opposed to renting it, because you can also rent things digitally, which is sort of an odd thing, but
Right.
when you're buying it, you're like,
Yeah,
you
that's
figure you own it.
understandable. Exactly. You know, and this is something that I've purchased. You know, you think that, you know, you have a lifetime license to use this media, and at some point it ceases to exist, you know, and they can do that to anything at any minute. It's really why I prefer digital media, but, you know, that's why I think it's really cool what you're doing with your chunk of monthly stuff, you know.
Dude, it's a great segue into me talking about chunk.
Yeah, you haven't talked about it all stream.
I know. Well, hey, do you have anything else you want to say about scams, or should I just go right into the chunk spiel?
No, that's kind of my gripe, man. Down
well, hey.
digital media, up with physical media. Yeah.
Hey, well, thank you for calling in.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Dude, that guy's right. He's right. When you buy things digitally, you don't have them. You don't own that shit. They could just revoke it whenever you want. That's the great thing about physical media. When it's mailed to you, when you have it physically, you've got it. You own it for as long as you can take care of it. And that's why chunkmonthly.gumroad.com is such a great investment for you. You pay $10 a month, you get a new chunk in the mail every month. It's always a new piece of physical media from an independent artist. We're talking zines, comic books, CDs, stickers, and cards, anything you can hold in your hands and actually own. That's what we do on chunkmonthly.gumroad.com. It's always from a new independent artist, someone who, you know, I've worked with or who I know from the internet, like people who whose work I really admire. We're getting all those people to make chunks, and then we print them out and send them to you as high quality as possible. Moxie Famous is the guy that does all the production shit for Chunk. And we're very focused on sending you stuff that feels really good to hold in your hands. And it's yours. It's yours forever. We aren't allowed to take it back. We haven't figured out a way yet to send people out and retrieve those chunks to resell them. But, you know, maybe at some point we will. We're going to go right into the next call here. Who's this? Hello? 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 Is there anyone there? All right, I'm sorry. That person.
Call from
Mitch.
Mitch, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, we're talking about scams today.
Yeah, I heard. I got a fucking doozy for you. I was scammed, or my grandfather actually was scammed through Facebook through me.
Huh?
Yeah, it was wild. So like a few years ago, I get this random call from my grandmother, and she's like, Mitch, what's happened? What, are you okay? Or something bad go on? Like, yeah, I'm fine. What's happened? It's like, oh, Bob, we got scammed. And turns out some dude had called her from like Pennsylvania saying I was in the hospital, saying I was fucked up in some car accident and needed like $2,000. So
oh, shit. A person calling, actually pretending to be you on the phone?
Yeah. They were pretending to be me. They were crying and, sounded enough like me to get my parents to send them the money. So
that's insane. Where do you think they got that information from?
The only thing at the time that I can think of that was publicly available was Facebook, because we were friends on Facebook, and it said grandparents, so they must have scraped that somehow.
Your family info on Facebook, right?
Yes. So that actually got me to get off Facebook and be a lot more just digitally conscious about security, because you just can't trust people or companies.
When did that happen?
That was 2015 or 16.
So that was a long time ago, but that seems like the height of Facebook. That's like a couple of years after the social network came out.
Yeah, that was all the rage, and then.
Dude, so what was the end result of that? Like, it was just a complete scam. It worked.
Yeah, nothing. They just put in a police report and never heard back anything from them. Completely useless, and they're just got the money.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
Did they try to like contact Facebook?
sympathy.
Does that matter at all? Like if they get in touch with Facebook about like this person?
They did. They never heard back anything either from the police report or from whatever support network. I don't know what security would have done for them, but
so no one's responsible. It's clearly no one's fault. It's obviously your grandparents' fault.
yeah, clearly, yeah. That's basically the judgment.
Wow.
Don't be dumb and old. That's how the law works.
Dude, but that's the beauty of having old people on Facebook. We're scammers.
True. Oh my God, it's a pyramid scheme. They're just getting the old people in there to scam them.
It's perfect. All right. Well, hey, thank you for calling in.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Bye. Oh, man. Dude, I almost got that international caller. So close. Dude, keep trying. But right now, we're going to take a quick break. This is the last break of the show. We'll come back. We'll do a few more calls, and then we're going to call it for the evening. All of the music from the show has been from Foewi. And, yeah, if you want to look up their music, it's in the description of this video. Click on the link where it says music, and that'll bring you to their SoundCloud. And that's got all of the music that we've been listening to on this show. One more break here, and then we will do a few more calls, and then we'll wrap it for this evening. Be back in 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Okay, we're back. We're talking scams today. This is the last portion of the call-in show. Call in now. 518-288-7938. We're talking scams. We've gotten all kinds of scams today. This is good. I feel like I've had a good variety. Does anyone got some more pro scams? Anybody else who's been involved in a scam? I mean, let's see what we got here.
Call from
T-Bone.
Hello, T-Bone?
Yo, what's good?
Yo, we're talking scams today.
Yeah, I got a scam for you. Little
Go for
baby scam.
Okay.
So my dad fell for this one, and I was watching the whole time trying to tell him, but he was trying to get a Microsoft Office key for cheaper than the full, like, $240 or whatever it is, right? Whatever ridiculous amount fucking Microsoft Office costs now.
Yeah.
So he's like looking through Google, deep diving, and he finds some site which is so clearly fake, pretty terrible front end. And he's like a smart guy. He does a lot of math shit for his job, makes a lot of money. I don't know how he fell for this, but he buys a key for like $15, right?
Big discount.
Tries to use it. Yeah, big discount, huge, from like 240 to 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tries to use it, doesn't work. Asks me to figure it out, doesn't work. So then you email them, say, hey, like 100% refund guarantee, right? Obviously they're going to give you that. They say, oh no, that didn't work. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, try this. Oh, that doesn't work. Like, oh no. No, it's got to work. It's got to work. Just here's another key. And they just keep like sending emails, right? They're never going to give you your $15 back. Eventually he realizes he got scammed. What I thought was interesting about it and worth calling in for was that what convinced him that it wasn't a scam was he looked up, like, is this website, like, legit? And there's a website that says, oh, this website is legit. And I looked up after the fact. I was like, this can't be real, right? So I looked up after the fact, and those websites have, like, zero traffic. So they have, like, all these auto-generated websites for other scam websites that are just saying, like, oh, we're, like, the scam detector site. Like, this scam is real. And so, yeah, so he fell for that one.
They could afford 2 whole websites.
Yeah. I don't know, what's that, $5? No clue. In today's world, what a server
It's
costs
a decent margin. $15 coming in, $5 for the website.
Yep.
Dude, not bad. That is a small scam though. I mean, $15. That's
pretty baby, yeah.
But it works. Is that the secret?
Yeah.
To keep it
he's
small.
not gonna fight $15. He's like, well, I fucked up. Too bad.
Right. Hey, thanks for calling in.
Yeah. How you doing?
All right, bye.
Call from to accept.
Hello? Hello? Hello, is this a scam? All right, nothing. Oh, Google says suspected spam caller, so this might be a scam right now.
Call from
Tig Ol Bitty.
Hello?
What's up, man?
Dude, we're talking scams today.
Yeah, I caught the end of that. What? I think the better question is, what is not a scam? Like,
would you like to answer
can't go to the
that question?
doctor with, yeah, everything's a scam, bro. Like the doctor, you go to the doctor, you try to pay for it. You're ever gonna bill for the doctor and not pay for it with insurance?
Dude, I just don't go to the doctor because the doctor is a scam. You're right.
So yeah, okay, the doctor itself, that's a scam. You try to get your case trimmed in Lumbridge, that's always a scam. Anybody trying to double GP, that's a scam. It's like every time you bumble around, somebody calls you on the phone, you don't know them, it's always a scam. You know?
Dude, I never answer the phone. Truly, I've never answered my phone. Like, I get calls all the time from numbers I don't recognize. I just never answer the phone because I just assume it's always a scam.
It pretty much always is. Sometimes I like to answer it. I tell you, I get less of them if I answer it, and I go as far as they let me go. Like, just run with it as far as they let you go. And you get to the very end, and you're like, I'm not going to give you the information. They hardly ever call you back after that.
You can speed run a scam.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you waste their time, you know you're going on a list.
But what about go back into this? I like this the idea that all medical care is a scam.
Well, it's true. I mean, how does it cost $50,000 for a kid to fall out of it?
Oh, good question. Having babies is a scam.
Like, they used to do that for free all the time. Like, why is it so expensive now?
Because you can just do that in a hot tub. Or a regular tub.
People used to do it all the time. Yeah, I mean, a bath of any sort, really.
Yeah. And so what are you getting when you go to the hospital to have the baby? You got the OBGYN, you got some pervert who wants to touch your baby, wants to am I barking up the right tree here?
I mean, that's really about it. I mean, and then you get taxed on all of that too, and that's a scam. If they're all in cahoots, that's what it's about.
It's kind of like
one
this
big scam. It's all a scam.
The general debt idea. That's a scam. It's like you're a married couple. You got a baby, so you got some money clearly. So let's get you in debt right off the rip.
Oh yeah. Well, so you get scammed at the hospital, right? You get scammed from insurance because they're in cahoots with the hospital and they're taking some more of your money.
Yeah.
Then you get scammed on the taxes because where are those going? I mean, what's the point of that?
Right.
It's just one big scam. Who can scam you harder? That's really what the race is.
How do we stop it? What's the in your mind, if you were the emperor of the globe, how do you stop all these scams? What do we do?
I don't know.
Is it violence?
Never really thought about it.
Do we have to violently have babies away? I don't know what I'm saying exactly, but
we just have so many babies that they can't handle it anymore. So there's just so
overload
many babies
the system.
There's too many people to be scammed. Is that what it is?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How do we scam these scammers harder than they've ever scammed us?
Just not go to the hospital.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's pretty easy.
You can't not pay taxes. I mean, that's I guess you could. People do it, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's an idea. That's a good place to start. All right. Hey, thanks for calling in.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Have a good one, dude.
See ya.
Dude, this is the new question. How do we win? How do we beat the scammers? Because you got the small time scammers. We can beat them by just ignoring them, but how do we beat the big timers?
Call from
Billy.
Billy, we're talking about scams today.
Oh shit, am I on?
Yeah, dude, you're on right now.
Oh, fantastic. I hope this scam has not been mentioned already, but there's one that happened in my neighborhood. Fake for sale signs in front of houses that people don't currently live at.
Oh, no, we haven't heard about that.
And then, yeah, it's wild. It happened to my neighbors. They have an empty lot, actually, not an actual house there. And we see a for sale sign. And we called them up and like, oh, when did you decide to sell the place? And they're like, what are you talking about? We're not selling the place. You got a for sale sign there. It was fake. They get people to call up, and because it's just an empty lot, they'll make an offer, put a down payment, and then nothing. It's all fake. And apparently that's like a pretty common thing in some of these neighborhoods in Florida.
Wait, so how's this work? You're finding a lot that's empty that is owned by like the person who's right there, but they don't notice that the sale sign is up?
No, the people like lived in another state. They just had they just had a lot there. So I guess they have to scout it out to find where's the place where the owners haven't visited in a while. And then they make a very legit looking sign and people fall for it. And I guess they, make it such a good deal that people want to act fast and put a down payment. And as soon as they get that down payment, the people just disappear.
Is it like that wooden sign that you see like with realtors? Like it's like the upside down L that's made of wood, or is it just like you just plunge it in like the it is the nice sign. So they're buying big signs.
Right. I guess they're making a nominal one-time investment to make it look legit, and it pulls enough people that it pays off.
That's a pretty good idea. You ever think about doing that yourself?
If I guess like AI takes over my job and I'm really at the end of my rope, I guess I could buy some for sale signs and dupe some old people.
Do you feel like, do you feel like, because we haven't asked this question yet, is there some sort of limit where it's like people deserve to be scammed? Is there any circumstance where people deserve to be scammed, or is it always immoral and wrong, and you wouldn't do it because of the moral feeling?
Ooh.
Or is there ever a spot there where
it's like
these people have money and they're just throwing it around. They aren't even looking into what they're buying. Like, maybe I should just like take their money.
Yeah, I guess at a point it's like they're asking for it. Like, if I see a person speeding and weaving out of traffic and they get in an accident, am I supposed to feel bad for them? And I guess the same could apply for really, I don't want to say dumb people, but if you make yourself so vulnerable, then perhaps there's people out there that all you can say is you deserve it. Like there was, I think, many years ago, maybe you remember this commercial. It was one of these identity protection services, and the guy advertising said, "I'm so confident with our identity protection. This is my social security number." And the ads on TV had his social security number. And I think they had to stop it because people were able to use it and use his social security number, and his service that he owned failed. And they stopped running those ads. And at that point, it's like, okay, that guy was literally asking for it.
Well, I asked because, I've been watching a lot of Shark Tank recently. You know that show Shark Tank?
Yeah.
People go on that show and they pitch these businesses that just seem like scams. They seem totally stupid. I saw one last night. It was like for people who are having weddings and they have dogs. It's like we're gonna take care of their dog for the day of the wedding, and we're gonna pin a tuxedo collar to their neck. And it costs $700 for 3 hours of dog sitting on your wedding. And it was just like, that's so stupid. Who would possibly do that? But all the sharks were like, oh, what a brilliant idea. And it did dawn on me that was like, there's something there where it's like a scam business that like is like, it just seems like a scam because it's like only stupid people would buy it. But if they want to buy it, it's kind of their fault in the first place. Like they're the dummies. But like, well,
right.
Where's the line here? Where do we draw the line of like people are stupid and they want to spend their money on stupid things versus like we're actually going to lie to them about the services like that we provide.
Right. There's a line between like inherent ignorance and willful ignorance. And those people that, are willfully ignorant, do they deserve it, and is it an important life lesson that they can walk away with this to teach them better for next time? Maybe. I'm not the one to say.
I know it's hard because you can get money from people in a legitimate way, but it also is still just being like, you're stupid enough to spend your money on this.
Right. I'm.
Dude,
I think
hard,
for
hard
like
questions.
businesses, yeah, that's fair. I think if old people should be off limits.
Yeah,
I think
there
like
needs to-
above a certain age.
You think there just
But
needs
then
to be
if
an
you're
age
young-
limit on the internet where it's just like
Yeah.
you shouldn't be on here if you're above 65.
Yeah, an actual age limit, not an age minimum, but a limit. Like above a certain age, you cannot access unknown phone numbers and emails for your own good. I think that should be off limit. Everything else morally acceptable. If you're young, you should know enough to not fall for scams.
All right, nice. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too. Yeah, there is something there. It's like I guess a scam by definition. It's like you're lying. There's an important lie that's going on there. You think you're getting something and you don't. But then there's a business that's just like stupid. It's just like, we think you're stupid enough to buy this.
Call from
And you will. Okay. Hello? Hello? I can barely hear you. I heard you a little bit. Still there?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Call
Sorry.
from
We're just moving right along. Hello?
Hello?
Yo, you're on the Scam Call-In show. What's the scam you got to talk about?
Oh, boy. Has anybody talked about college yet?
No! Big scam. Nice.
Oh, my God. College, dude. It's a fucking scam.
Talk to us. Talk to us.
Want to swear?
Yeah.
And it's a radio show. So, okay.
It's an internet radio show.
Yeah. It's almost despicable, the fact that I'm going to a college for like $20,000 a year. I have no job. I have no feasible way of paying this back. I'm putting myself in tremendous amounts of debt for something I'll likely never use.
What's your major?
History major.
History?
Oh, history.
So does that
What am I
mean...
going to do with history?
I mean, as far as I know, you're going to be a high school history teacher.
Oh, God. Actually, I like my high school history teachers.
Yeah.
I had a very sweet high school history teacher, but I don't think that's the life I want.
What do you want?
I don't think it's not what I was made to be. I want to go like explore the ocean.
The oceans?
But I'm not. The oceans, the deep, vast, beautiful oceans.
All of them?
I want to discover all of them. Why not? There's plenty of them. Listen, I was born too early to go to space, and I was born too late to explore the land. I was born just in time to explore the beautiful depths of the ocean.
Dude, that's a wonderful personal philosophy. So how you gonna what is ocean history? Is that a college major, or what does history have to do with the ocean?
It's got nothing to do with the oceans. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I realized too late. I realized like 2 years into this degree that I really didn't like it that much, but at that point switching my major just wasn't an option. I've always put too much into this.
What's the plan then? I mean, you're just gonna... What's the plan, dude?
I honestly have no idea. That's part of the scam. I was roped into it and pushed into it by everybody around me, saying, "Hey, this is going to be a great idea. What a beautiful time."
Tell us
like,
about.
Yeah, that actually does sound like a great idea.
Tell us about how you feel you got roped into it.
It's almost like everybody has to go to college, especially these days. Like
if you don't go to college, it's almost like you're not, you're not providing to society like everybody else has. You're looked down upon. Like, it's almost like you're stupid. Like, wow, you couldn't go to college? Why didn't you do that? Everybody else is doing it. It's a social scam as well. It's pressuring you into it.
It's kind of like the barrier for entry to college has been lowered a lot over the past several decades. And so now it's kind of like everyone goes to college, it seems like.
I'm probably going to end up just getting some entry-level job. Like, I'll probably graduate, apply to everywhere I absolutely can, take whatever gives me the highest paycheck, and then struggle in that business for the next 30-odd years.
Dude, but what do you even
until I
think?
hate
Like,
myself and can retire.
where are you thinking you'll apply? Are they oceanographic institutes? I don't know the word, but are you gonna?
I would love to apply to this Marine Institute. Yeah.
Okay, that's an easier word.
I think applying to Marine Institute would be a lot of fun. And I mean, I guess, like, I don't know. I didn't even realize. Like, I think like a year ago, like I really started like getting into it and like kind of exploring like all the bits and bobs, like just like watching like a bunch of like YouTube videos and whatnot about the cool shit in the ocean. I was like, wow, that's like really fascinating. I kind of want to go do that, but I didn't take the initiative and the priority at that point in time to switch my major. However, I have hope. I believe I can, maybe apply to some Marine Institute, like just be a janitor, and then maybe eventually, like, they'll let me drive a submarine. Who knows?
Dude, do you think that's like the new Goodwill Hunting strategy, where it's like, in that movie he's a janitor, but he read all the books and he's really smart, but like in the modern life, it's like, I'm a janitor, but I watched all the YouTube videos, and so really
Yes.
Right?
Yes, exactly. Gosh.
So that's you. You're the Goodwill Hunting of the
That's
ocean.
me. I'm Robin Williams, but ocean.
Oh, you're Robin Williams in Goodwill Hunting? Nobody wants to be Matt Damon ever, so I understand
No.
that. No.
No. Nobody wants to be Matt Damon. I want to be Robin Williams.
Dude, nice. All right, well, hey, thank you for calling in.
Absolutely appreciate it. Love the show, man. Keep it up.
All right, have a good one. Okay, that's going to be the last call for the call-in show. This is a good, concise 3 hours. This is how we're doing the call-in show from now on. I'm trying to tighten this shit up. Do quick calls, 3 hours. We talked to so many people today. I don't even know. 100? Probably talked to 200 people today. At least. So that was the call-in show. Thank you, everyone who called in. All the music from the show came from Foewi or Foewi. I don't know exactly how to pronounce their name. If you go to the link in the description of this video, you'll be able to listen to all the songs that we listened to today. It's a SoundCloud link. The HUD on the stream that you're looking at right now came from Slouch. You can click on his link in the description also. Wonderfully talented animator, storyteller guy, does great things on his YouTube channel and beyond. And thanks to everyone who called in today. This is a fun show. Trying to do this, like approximately weekly, so we hopefully will be back in a week, 7 to 14 days, I would say. We'll do another one. And good from hearing from all of you, and I hope you have a good night, and thanks for calling in.